Hey everybody, and welcome this week to Jak and Daxter, the Precursor Legacy. Now I'm playing this on the OPENGOAL, and if you're not familiar with what that is, it basically turns Jak and Daxter into an open source project. If you're familiar with Jak and Daxter, that probably doesn't mean a whole lot to you, but if you look at some of like the menus and the secrets, for example, you'll see here like a secrets menu that obviously wasn't in the original game, or we've got like options here now where I can change the graphics settings, obviously not in the original game, so that's kind of cool. This is going to be a standard let's play, all things considered. I'm going to get all of the power cells. I'm not going to get all the precursor orbs. It just gives me a headache, and I believe that's it. And so we can go ahead and get started now. I have played this before. I wanted to make sure it worked entirely correctly on my system, and guess what? It does. So here we are.
I have spent my life searching for the answers that my father and my father's fathers failed to find. Who were the precursors? Why did they create the vast monoliths that litter our planet? How did they harness eco, the life energy of the world? What was their purpose, and why did they vanish? I have asked the plants, but they do not remember. The plants have asked the rocks, but the rocks do not recall. Even the rocks do not recall. Every bone in my body tells me that the answers rest on the shoulders of a young boy. Oblivious to his destiny, uninterested in the search for truth, and rejecting of my guidance. And why would he want to listen to old Samus the Sage anyway? I'm only the master of green eco, one of the wisest men on the planet. So it seems the answer begins not with careful research or sensible thinking. Nay, as with many of fate's mysteries, it begins with but a small act of disobedience.
Hey! Jak, old green stuff told us not to come here.
Continue your search for artifacts and eco. If the locals possess precursor items, you know what to do.
Deal harshly with anybody who strays from the village. We will attack it in due time.
What are we doing here anyway, Jak? This place gives me the creeps. Huh? Oh, stupid precursor junk. Eek! What is that dark ooze? It sure don't look friendly. The sage yaps on about the precursors that built this place all the time. Where did they go? Why did they build this crud? Now, I like precursor orbs and power cells as much as the next guy. But if you ask me, they must have been real losers. Wow! How did you do that? Jak, I think we're in trouble! Man, that stung! I told you we shouldn't have come here, and you listened! What? Okay. I'm fine.
What in green tarnation do you two want?
I was...
Don't tell me! Instead of heeding my wisdom, the two of you went mucking around in the only place that I told you not to go. Misty Island.
That's right. And then...
And, Daxter, you finally took a much-needed bath, but in a bathtub filled with dark eco.
Look, old man, are you gonna keep yapping, or are you gonna help me out of this mess?
I'm gonna keep yapping, because in my professional opinion, the change is an improvement. And besides, I couldn't help you if I wanted to.
What?
There's only one person who has studied Dark Eco long enough to have a chance at returning you to your previous form. Carl Acheron, the Sage. But he lives far to the north. Far, far to the north. Nobody has spoken to him in ages. I would teleport you there, but I can't do that either. None of the 3 sages that maintain the other teleporter gates have seen fit to turn their ends on for quite a while. The only other way north is by foot through the Fire Canyon, but its volcanic soil is hot enough to melt precursor metal. You can't just walk through it.
But you could fly over it if you had a zoomer equipped with a heat shield. I just happen to be working on such a thing at this very moment. All I would need is 20 power cells to give it enough energy to withstand the canyon's heat. Isn't that right, Daddy?
Yes, Kira, that might work. But where are a boy and a half going to get 20 power cells?
From the villagers. Most of them have a power cell or two stashed away somewhere. And even if they aren't willing to just give them away, greasing their palms with a few precursor orbs should do the trick. And I bet there are even more of them out in the wilds just waiting for some brave adventurer to find.
Well, we've got the brave adventurer at least.
Brave adventurer? You two couldn't find your way out of the village without training. Before you do anything else, you better go through the warp gate and get some practice on Geyser Rock.
We won't find any more of that dark gooey eco stuff, will we? Cause I'd hate to fall in again and turn into you.
Get in there before I turn you both into ferns.
Alrighty, so now we get started proper. So for the sake of the Let's Play, I'm going to let all of the dialogue play through, but I'm not going to be turning up the volume for this part specifically here in the tutorial. Other parts like where we're getting quests and stuff, I am going to let play at their full volume without me speaking over them, but just for the sake of the tutorial, pretty simple stuff. There's 3 things we collect. This is one of them, the power cells. The second thing we collect are the precursor orbs, which you've seen me collect about a dozen of already. And then the third are these scout flies, and they all help us make progression in the game. So case in point, we are now a little bit less than 1% of the way through the game, and you can see that through if I pull open the okay, that's fine. If I pull open this menu, you can see in the bottom right our percentage. We're at 0%. I have 1 power orb in the middle there where the square button is, and that's going to track our progression basically. And once I have 101 of those, we'll be pretty well done with the game. So if you want an idea of how far we are along through the game, there you go. As with these scout flies, which is what I'm collecting now, we just have to collect all 7 of them in every area, and then we get another power cell. Whoops. I'm just coming off of... So I played this and the Jak 2 OPENGOAL. Now, I haven't played Jak... Well, you can't play Jak 3 in OPENGOAL yet. It takes about a year for each one to become, you know, like, playable in OPENGOAL. So here's Blue Eco. There's different Eco in the game, 4 types, and each one does a different thing that kind of buffs you. This one in particular is probably one of the most useful forms of Eco. It's kind of like power, sort of. Lets you run faster, you collect pickups automatically, you pick up pickupables automatically. It's really nice. So I'm just making a habit real early of picking up these precursor orbs I know are around. Again, we're not going to be getting every single one of them in the game, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to neglect to collect as many as I'm able to, because we still need them for power orbs. So or power cells, I guess. He's talking about it here, but precursor doors, they can only be opened if you have blue eco. So Now I don't have any, but there's this vent coming up. You'll notice this blue vent, and it'll fill us all the way to the max on whichever eco it's colored. So there's one for every color in the game, of which there's blue, red, yellow, and green. I'll talk about the different colors whenever we actually have a chance to get them, but as before, this just basically makes us faster in all things that we do. Makes my life a lot easier. So we collect the power cell there, and easy peasy. So we're already what you might consider 3% of the way through the game. Kind of, sort of. I'll play this, and then in the near-ish future, I'm going to be playing Jak 2. I wanted to make sure it worked. I didn't play all the way through it yet, though. I played all the way through this to make sure that it functioned on my PC just fine, and guess what? It does. It's pretty easy to use OPENGOAL, and it's, I thought it might be more difficult than it was, so I kind of let it stave off for a little while. I didn't prioritize playing it, but then I had a hankering to play Jak and Daxter, and so here we are. Now, we've cleaned Geyser Rock, and like I said, just for the sake of this tutorial area, which is very boring and things that I was going to explain myself anyway, I am letting all the dialogue not play through, but whenever we actually get to get mini quests and stuff, I am going to let it play.
Good training, boys, but that's nothing compared to the challenges that lie ahead.
And no problem. We got the moves, eh, Jak?
We'd love to stay and chat, Big Green, but we're itching to get on with our adventures.
Fine. Adventure away, then. And while you're out adventuring, why don't you make yourself useful? My darn green eco-collectors are clogged up again. Head out to the far side of the beach and clear them out, why don't you? Follow the lamps. They'll take you right there. Now, all of you, get out of here!
So the beginning here is a little bit dialogue heavy. Coming out of here, you can kind of see, there's like Misty Island out in the distance, which we can visit later. And that's where the intro cutscene kind of took place. And then if I come down here, we should enter a cutscene, I believe. Oh, nope, I'm incorrect. Maybe later. I always thought there was a cutscene down there. I guess I was wrong. I usually avoid it, but for the sake of the Let's Play, I'm showing off everything pretty well that there is to see here. Each of these houses has a person inside that'll give us a quest or two, so that'll take just a second. Well, I guess besides this one. Man, look at me fumbling this one already. We already got one scout fly, so that's nice. Now we can talk to the mayor, who will give us a quest.
Don't tell me that you two have problems as well. The first I hear of monster sightings near the village, and now this. See those gears up there, boys? See them? See how they're not moving? That means our village has no power. The eco beam coming from the jungle temple has been interrupted. Boys, everyone's too frightened to go out and find out what's happened.
Did you pay the bill?
Yeah. Oh, you're funny. Now look, if you two fix the eco beam, I'll give you a power cell. Oh, and another thing, if by any chance you're interested in making a contribution to my re-election campaign, I might be willing to part with yet another power cell. The minimum contribution is a very modest 90 precursor orbs.
Okay, so there's two quests right off the bat, and then if I pop this, we're already 2/7 of the way through having all the scout flies in this area collected. Now, this town does count as a separate area from the other places we'll visit.
Well, hello there, my dear boy. You've caught me at a most inopportune moment. I was to set off on my journeys yesterday, but I seem to be a spot short on the old precursor orbs. I would have pledged my word that I had 90 of them, but I gather that your young friend, the little annoying, miserably ugly one, might have just pilfered them as a sort of a spot of fun. Anyway, would you be kind enough to loan your dear old uncle 90 precursor orbs so he can get underway? I would offer you a power cell in return.
And another quest there. But movement in this game is a little bit different than the second game. Just a little bit. I feel like the second one's more fluid, but this one's faster. So it's kind of up to you, like what you prefer. So now we've got another quest that we can grab from this man in here.
Hey! Little furry dude! Oh, I thought for a moment you were my muse.
Your what?
Haven't you ever seen a muse before? It's a little glowing squirrel about your size, full of spunk, and crazy as a lark.
Oh, I get it. Like a sidekick.
As a matter of fact, without my muse, I just can't sculpt. But with her around, I see beauty in everything, you know? Right now, I couldn't chisel my way out of a box. I think she ran away to that misty island. I just hope she's all right. It's worth a power cell if you bring her back to me.
Wait a minute. We are not going back to Misty Island. Are we?
Okay, another quest. We can't go back to Misty Island right now, so we have explored all these houses now. I think we have 2 more houses to explore, and then we can get to Crack-a-lackin' on these quests.
Oh my, what a horribly sick little bird.
You don't look so good yourself, lady.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were a spotted orange-bellied rainframe. You know, yesterday I saw some terribly vicious creatures capture a mother flut-flut near the beach. Now there's this poor little orphan egg sitting in a nest at the top of the cliff, and I can't get to it. If you could climb up there and push it off, I've piled some hay down at the base to catch it safely. Do an old lady a favor, and I'll give you a power cell.
A lot of these power cells, like quests, are actually really easy. Hers is like a case in point of that. We just have to do some minor platforming. Speaking of which, to open up that little, I don't know what you'd call it, kind of like a vault full of precursor orbs, that's all we had to do there. Now let's talk to this old man, and that should be the last quest.
Gotta milk those yak cows. Gotta milk those yak cows. Oh, it's you. Oh, just resting my tired bones. I've been trying to get those ornery yak cows back into the pen all day. Some strange creatures tried to steal them earlier. You think you could help an old man and try to get them back into the corral?
This quest is easy, but a little bit annoying. I am probably going to go ahead and work on it, though, just to get it out of the way. It's another kind of slow part. You just basically, there's what, like a half dozen of these, what he's calling yak cows, which seems to be a mix between yaks and cows, and you go to herd them inside of this gate. Years ago, I thought it might be fun myself to, like, speed run these games, and I'm about half and half on. I kind of wish that I had learned how to do it, but I had thought of a couple like skips, and I performed some of them, and I don't know. There's some that are actually really fun skips. Like there's a boosted uppercut that I'm not like good at all, but I think is fun whenever I actually see people perform it. And I'm trying to think. So yeah, probably. Jak 2 seems to be largely playable. There's some audio bugs I encountered, but that'll probably come in another, well, I don't know, a couple months. You know how it is with my schedule. I generally just play whatever I feel like playing. So if I feel like playing Jak 2 after this for the channel, that's what I'll do. It's just a little bit longer than this game is my only thing, and we'll see what the release schedule looks like. So now, that is the last yak cow. So if we go and talk to the farmer, guess what it'll give us?
Crops. Ah, well done, my boy. You actually got those flea bags back into the pen. Now I can sleep in peace. Take this power cell for your trouble.
So this is actually kind of cool. Another thing you may notice as we are getting a little bit into the Let's Play is there's a day-night cycle, and it's starting to get darker. So that's kind of cool. It has no bearing at all on the game. I think maybe some lamps might turn on, but otherwise there's nothing ever happens from the day-night cycle. So the first place we're headed to is the Forbidden Jungle. This place is easy enough to farm the power cells we need, and it also unlocks a green eco vent that I need to use for later, so that's why we're headed here first. This place can be a little bit confusing to navigate, in my opinion, but what I kind of like to do is I'll head to the left here first. I head to the left, and you can notice these like little tentacles kind of growing out of the ground. That'll come up here shortly, but for now we just need to avoid them and not get, killed or harmed by them. There's some lurkers around. Lurkers are really cool. I like their progression throughout the throughout the games. Like, they start out as like these just kind of like monsters, and then later on it turns out that like whatever Gol and Maya were doing to them, or maybe the fact that like years of evolution go by, they actually can speak and talk and be pretty well educated. So that's kind of cool. It's like almost like right now, like the fact, they've been like so imbued with evil that like they degrade in terms of like civilization, but here they are now. So the other thing I like to do, I go ahead and drop off the bridge here. I just wanted to make sure before I actually did that, that's what I wanted to do. We can pop that scout fly, and I just want to make sure, yeah, we're all good. So I continue down this way. This kind of might seem a little bit confusing, but it's just the path that I like to use so that I don't have to backtrack too much. Now, we take this and pop these, right? And then as we swim out, we'll collect these power cells without having to go under the water if we're lucky. And then I also grab the power cell. Ta-da! And then we can head back. Now, I'll probably start skipping the grab animation, just because it's kind of like boring to me a little bit. That wasn't like something you could do in the original game. It's only here in like this open goal, I'm pretty sure. So I'm trying to get back in time to grab that vault. Well, I might have. Damn it. Okay. Well, we'll have to try that again real quick. Man, like I said, I'm just kind of like not used to the movement. I've gotten spoiled by Jak 2's movement, kind of. So, grab that one, and then try my best to actually stay on the ground, and then don't get killed by anything. So, yeah, it's just I just don't have any control over whenever I roll. So, the good thing about that is that does stay up for us, or it should anyway. If it doesn't, I suppose I'll cut. I really don't want to start cutting this early though, because that's kind of embarrassing. But yeah. Oh, hey, there it is. It's closing. That's lovely. Okay, well, I'll see you whenever we actually have that open and ready to go. We've spent enough time on that thing. So that precursor vault was the first boss of the game. I hope you guys enjoyed. Now what I like to do is, I guess we could go up from here. Like I said, I kind of about half and half have a like a pathing in mind. I just try and make it so that I have to do the least amount of backtracking as possible. So we head over this direction. I kind of like this forest because it's like very like tribal. I've heard recently that tribal is like a racist terminology, but I don't know. I don't see anything that bad in the word. Tribal is in like, well, maybe if you call tribal primitive, that might be sort of racist. Well, can you use the word tribal at all then? I don't know. It don't matter. They remind me those traps of like a tribal sort of like trap with like snares and stuff. So we have a lot more blue eco going into this segment than I usually do, which is nice. Now we're about to be drained of it because of these platform waiting sections, but that's fine because we get a refill up on the blue eco vent right there, and we're at 5 scout flies, so that's awesome. And another dose of blue eco. Now, I had trouble with this platforming section the last time that I did it, but I just feel like if you get kind of into the groove of it after a little while. So now we can collect this power cell here, and I guess maybe I can't skip these animations. I thought that you could, but and then we press this button and it lowers us down to the depths down here. Now this is one of the slower sort of areas. I don't really like the forest. It kind of makes me a little nervous even now. It used to make me a lot more nervous as a kid, but you kind of get the idea of, you know, what can happen here in the forest. You know, there's nothing going to jump out at you. I don't really like these infinite sort of pits below us, but you know. So, and also there's like a creature in here that I particularly don't like. If you played the game before, again, you probably already know what lies for us at the end here. Now this is one of 2 machines in the game that are really cool. If you grab the precursor orb, right, not precursor orb, these are called power cells. If you grab the power cell, it drops the top and then opens these eco vents all around. And they open across a couple of maps. So for here, I like to go ahead. You may remember that there was one of these launch pads that we had earlier. They just give us a simple, you know, 10 or so precursor orbs. Now just try not to. Jesus. That's kind of the mood for this Let's Play, is like, I've never been that bad at this game. Like, what the fuck happened? So there's another tentacle, and here we can see the root of all evil, this tentacled monster. So we've got a boss fight that we have to participate in. As soon as you get the pacing down, it's a whole lot, well, it's really easy. So you just have to kill all the creatures that it spits out and then climb those leaves. And these creatures have spikes coming from them. So if you stand at the edge of the map, they'll generally be unspiked by the time they get to you. So, and then we just have to do this 3 times. Now, the last time I played this, I think I died because I came in here with only 1 HP. But, you know, that doesn't seem like it's going to happen this time. But if you get out of the groove of this, a lot of times you'll get screwed by the flowers. So, but, you know, again, we beat him this time. Now, in here, there's some precursor orbs you may not know that you can grab. So if you jump on his head, you can grab a precursor orb, and you do this, I think, what is it, like 6 times, 7 times, and you can not farm precursor orbs, like they're infinite, and there's the power cell. So we're, what, almost 10% of the way through this game, so that's kind of nice. Again, I use the power orbs to kind of indicate how far along through the game we are, and you also kind of have to take into account the power cells that you have, because for about every 100 of them, that's assuming, you know, all of the people who sell them for 90 and all the people who sell them for 120. I just generally say about 100 power cells is a power, or 100 precursor orbs are a power cell.
What do you have in the basket?
Nothing to talk about. Them monsters patrolling the ocean took a bite out of me fishing rig, and now they're gobbling up me catch. No matter what I try, I can't seem to catch a single fish in this river.
Woo! Maybe it's your breath.
You think you can do better? Try scooping up river fish with a tiny net. I'll give you a power cell if you can catch 200 pounds of them critters. And then I'll let you and Shrimp here use my speedboat to get to Misty Island. You want to try the challenge?
So this is one of the more difficult kinds of challenges. There is 1 point, 5 point, and death fishies. So if we miss 20 points, then we lose, or if we grab the poisonous fish, we lose. So pretty simple. Now we just have to get 200 points. Now, to start off with, it's not too hard, and I really hope I don't fail too much. The last time I played this, I actually did it the first time that I tried, so we're gonna, you know, hope and pray that I can you know, get this done pretty easily. Now, I did miss several fish. I think I almost got up to 10 points, maybe. So, yeah, that's pretty well the challenge at this point. This section of the game used to give me a lot of trouble whenever I was younger, but I don't know. I'm also a little bit worried because this controller seems like it might be getting a little tiny bit of stick drift, so I might need to swap one out for this Let's Play, but I ordered these new cheap-ass controllers because they got a cool N7 logo from Mass Effect on them, and they just kind of operate like shit, so again, I'm kind of picking and choosing my battles a little bit here. I'm not... because missing a 5-pointer is a big deal. Missing a 1-pointer is much less of a deal. So, and then of course you don't want to grab any of the poisonous fish. This kind of reminds me of the gun challenges from the second and third game a little bit. Just in that you have like a certain point criteria that you're trying to hit, and if you fuck it up too many times, then you can not complete the challenge. Oh boy. Oh, we did it.
You caught 200 pounds of fish. Not bad for a couple of landlubbers. Here's the power cell I promised. And you can use my boat at the village dock whenever you like.
So, yeehaw, power cell. We're up to 10 of those bad mamma jammas now, I believe. And that fisherman will laugh there for the rest of the time. He's funny. I like because his laughing thing like can trigger from all the way up here. So a lot of times I'll be playing this and I'll be like, you know, I haven't always had this route optimized, so a lot of times I'll just be walking around and I'll hear him laughing beneath me, and of course because he's so happy to have 200 pounds of fish, he makes me laugh too. I guess we'll have to make sure to go down over that direction. That's not, again, really the optimized path that I do for this, but that's okay. So I think, yeah, I see a scout fly here in the back. I just want to make sure I get that so I don't forget it. Speaking of forget it, I'm not really thrilled with the fact that we only have 6 scout flies, but I do think I have an idea where the last one is, so, and it is on our path, so that's good. And then again, each 100 of these precursor orbs generally means a power cell. So now you may be asking yourself, why did I just do that? But that's because there's a hidden power cell right here, and that'll put us up to 11 power cells. I also kind of like the ring that Jak wears on his outfit. He's got like a really interesting sort of, well, I don't even want to call it character design because he does, but that's not like what I'm pointing out here. I like his outfit, I guess is what I'm saying. So you'll notice now where these lurkers were stealing the blue eco for whatever this machine was, we're kind of stealing it back. So we can maneuver these to aim at each other, and whenever we do, it reroutes this blue eco. So this is part of that quest where we're giving the mare that power or whatever. And I just kind of want to, I'm just kind of looking around here, mapping out in my head what is the best way to kind of go about this. So I see that scout fly. That's alright, because I'm just going to do that. Yeah, you can get a, if you master the mobility, if you have some kind of like a control over the mobility, you can kind of fadoodle ways that, you know, it makes it easier to move around, I guess is what I'm trying to say in so many words. This is kind of like a boring-ish quest, but that's fine. It's super easy. So, and then it also lets us pay the mare for those 90 precursors, or those 90 precursor orbs for the power cell. So, you know, again, another segment of the game that's, you know, this is kind of the tutorial area. I don't necessarily like everything around here, but I guess it's fine. You don't have to. So I've since kind of lost track of the blue beam. So, oh, okay, I see it. It's over across the, over here on our left where we were before. And this is thankfully the last thing I believe that we have to do before we leave. I generally just aim this thing at the glass, and then the first available opportunity that it gives me to activate the cutscene, it does. So, again, not one of my favorite quests, but it's whatever. These introductory areas are usually kind of boring, so Yeah, there's the fisherman. That's what I meant by you could hear his laugh cycles. Also, the other thing I wanted to point out is those like little branches, or not branches, but vines or whatever sticking up out of the ground are now dead since we've killed the blue eco monster or whatever you would call it. And I guess, you know, that's that. So that there is the last one of these little mirror things that we actually have to mess with. There we go. I also kind of feel like the camera's a little bit tight on Jak in this game. I was sort of wondering if that was my aspect ratio, but this was the only aspect ratio that I could fit everything into the screen, so I don't know. Now, here's a couple more precursor orbs. I was hoping to get up to 240 so I could grab both of the power cells from the from these oracles, I think they're called, but it doesn't seem like that's going to happen because I already have 150. But there is a couple of power cells that I didn't grab on my way over here, so maybe we'll be able to fadoodle it. And we can also go visit the Misty Island now that we've unlocked that boat as well, so that's good. Let me get on top of here and see just about how many. Ooh, I hear a scout fly. It's gonna be kinda. Well, nah, we should have enough power cells, just barely. Or hold up, 6. Okay, I'll need just a few more, and I already see. So that will give me 6. I literally just need 1 precursor orb from over here, and then we'll have enough. I kind of like, somebody pointed this out, but like as you traverse this area, different instruments play in the different houses that you can go into, but the beat of the song like never stops, so that's kind of interesting. They each like add their own little instrument, so that's cool.
This must be a
Who awakens the oracle? Wait, one of you has the light within. From before time, I have watched and waited for the true hero to return. Present to me 120 precursor orbs for each power cell I contain.
Okay.
For your gift, another power cell is yours.
And there's one, and then of course, like I mentioned earlier, we'll go ahead and snag that other one while we're here too, so I don't have to backtrack.
You have proven yourself worthy. Here is a power cell.
Coolio. So then what? This puts us up to like 13 or 14 power cells. Not even counting the ones... Well, we can't super collect on some power cells back at the town. We could go ahead and collect on the power cell from the mayor for having powered the town, but what we're going to do instead is actually go to Misty Island. This is a little bit out of the order of which I would kind of like to do this, but I want to go to Misty Island real quick so that I can have enough power or precursor orbs while I'm here in town. Now this is just a simple little like riding this glider over to the other side of town cutscene. Pretty easy shit. Nothing involved, I guess is what I'm saying. Of course, the cutscene's easy. There's no hard cutscenes in this game. I do like the transition here, though, because this looks really, really pretty. This is probably the first map, when the first time that I played this game, that I was like, yeah, I'm just not getting all the precursor orbs, because like I just missed like 3, and I had no fucking clue where they were, so we called the search for that off. But we now need, let's see, 180 power cell, or 180 precursor orbs for the power cells, and then as well, I like to bring some into the next part of the map as well, or like, you know, the next hub area as well, because there's several hub areas, our town being one of them. So to kind of like, you know, start this area, I'm sure like somebody who speedruns the game can, you know, show you like an optimized kind of path for this, but I like to give it like about 1 trip through to kill. Oh shit. Okay, I like to give it 1 trip through just to kind of kill all of the enemies, to clear up a path so that whenever I go to chase that muse, it's not, you know, I don't get screwed like this, I guess is what I'm saying. Now we just kind of have to keep our head on a swivel because we have this guy who kind of reminds me of a flat coughing up here. And then ka-chow. Now we just need 1 more green eco and we'll have another HP up. I also do hear the scout fly here, so that's good. And there we go. So we're kind of back on top-ish. Well, we're back to being manageable. I'm glad that we've started collecting the scout flies. And I also kind of wish that I was able to grab that little thing real quick. Oh, I almost had him. That's alright. Perfect. So that one actually went a lot easier than I figured that it would. I also think it's funny that the muse kind of looks like the artist who wants the muse, but and the Daxter doesn't like it very much. But, so my thoughts now, I guess we can head this direction. Well, hold on. Yeah, nah, let's go ahead and do this direction, because I'm gonna wait until my blue eco fires back up, and then we've got a little path here that I'm gonna take. That eco, and then trying to get over to power up this machine fast enough so that we can get this power cell. Whew, that one had me a little bit worried. I really don't, it doesn't matter to me if we die. The dying isn't really that friendly in this game. The checkpoints really fucking suck in the second game, but the checkpoints aren't so bad here. I just really didn't want to have to collect all that blue eco again, because it's kind of annoying. Now, pathing for this area, not super important, also because I sort of feel like I'm going to die here and it almost doesn't matter, but I'm trying to get up on this ledge here, make my way over here, because yeah, I thought there was a scouter fly, and so we're up to 2 out of 7 now. So that's also, the scout flies are kind of indicative of how far we are through a map in its entirety as well too. So again, we're at 3 out of 7, so you might consider us 3/7 of the way through this map. I'm gonna head back down and take the other path real quick so that we can get these precursor orbs. Again, not super important that we get every single one of them, but you know, well, shit. So where do we start? Okay, back down here. That's alright. If I face many deaths like that, I'll start skipping through them, but considering how sort of close we are to where I were, I'm just gonna real quick do this. Oh my goodness, just barely. That was kind of a big gamble there, but it paid off. So red eco is nice because it turns 2-shot enemies into 1-shots, so that's cool. And then here's another precursor door that needs blue eco to be fired up, and then we go in here, and this is what's called the an ambush, I think, you know. Now I'm gonna try and fight, whoops, a little bit close to the wall, because I think that they can shoot, well, hold up, I guess maybe they can't shoot just yet. Yeah, those bombs that are around. I'm also trying not to die, because yeah, well, I didn't die here a lot the last time, but I really don't want to restart this segment. It's kind of the lengthier segment, so I also feel like they pulled the trigger on the red eco way too early, so let's see where it restarts me exactly. I also kind of like the death animations for Daxter too. Alright, we'll give this one more shot. If I die anymore here on the island, I'll probably start cutting it, but you know, I guess like I said, just kind of part of the experience. Also, what the fuck happened? I thought I was getting, like, you know, a half-decent amount of red eco, but oh well. Maybe we can speed this along now that I have HP to sort of spare. Oh my goodness, I was worried that was going to kill me. I was kind of coasting a little bit close to that bad guy there. Now, I do want to use this guy's bombs to blow up these little containers here as well, if I'm able to. It looks like they're trying to use it on this vat of dark eco, so I'm probably not gonna, I guess he's probably not actually aiming at me, which is fine. Now we can head up here, and this is where we were in that intro cutscene, but we can also get a power cell here, so that's cool. And just like that, we're already another chunk of the way through this island. I forget, I think the muse counts for the actual town, so it doesn't give us any progression for here, but that's fine because it still needs to be done to get all the power cells in the game. Just trying real quick to kill all these guys. I never really have had all that much trouble with them, if you could believe it. I think I've just gotten kind of unlucky here this playthrough, a little bit. Now, Yep, well that's kind of what I wanted to do, a little bit. I might have to, yeah, skirt a little bit to the side. I kind of like how this game still has like a pretty big fan following now. I'm surprised that, given like how many fans it has and stuff, that they haven't really pulled the trigger on like another modern Jak game, but maybe they don't really know where they would go from here, which would make sense to me anyway. So I know I need this blue eco. I just can't really remember what for, so we're going to grab it, and then we're going to fleet foot it all the way to the end here. Now I know I need it for something, yeah, a little bit further this direction. I'm glad I sort of skipped that segment there a little bit. Wasn't anything impressive. I just knew that I needed the blue eco for here. So I wanted to recheck and see how many precursor orbs that I had there, because again, I know that I'll need about 180 before I leave this first hub area. And we're also getting fairly close to the end for you know, this Misty Island. I guess maybe saying that we're fairly close to the end is a little bit misleading. We're about 3/5 of the way through it, so we collect this power cell. You'll notice floating lurkers around. That's one of the things that we'll be doing not immediately next, and we'll just be dying next so that I can refill my HP. Just kidding, that wasn't intentional. Again, let's see where it starts me. Okay, just from down here. That probably doesn't warrant too big of a cut, I guess. Again, if I start dying too much here, I'll start cutting. I just don't remember, like, this game was never that hard. Again, I was like, there was like a time in my life I was like, man, I'm like so good at this game, I should like consider, not so good as in like a boastful manner, but like I should consider speedrunning this game, like, you know, because that's like the next step in my mastery of this game, I think, because like you get so good at a game that you have like complete mastery over it and the controls, so now like the glitches are like the only thing left that there is to master. But that's just kind of like what my, you know, opinion was on it. So now we're above 90 precursor orbs, which is good. And we were finished with this little segment. Now what was I thinking of doing next? Because I'm pretty sure there's a power cell up here, or maybe I'm just wrong. Oh, there it is. We can stop them from digging for, well, trying to blow up that silo for dark eco. And then also this little bombing thing that we can do here is aim for these little things. I think this is actually what I didn't collect the last time I was here. Maybe I had a few more than 3, but so would this be worth kind of coming back and grabbing? So let's say we had 3 well, I better make sure that last box blew up. I don't know if it deloaded that bomb. Okay, it didn't, thank God. So 15 precursor orbs, that would give us about a fifth of what I would need, between a fifth and a sixth of a power cell. So I may end up pulling the trigger on that, I may not, because I'll have to path all the way around. I'm actually thinking in my head now, I'm shying away from the idea, so I probably won't actually. Now, how many? Yeah, we got 18 power cells, so we're almost a fifth of the way through the game, which is kind of nice. Now, we're out here. There's a few different things that we have to do, if I'm not mistaken. One is to kill these flying lurkers, and then there's precursor orbs out here I want to collect as well. You have to hit these guys from the side, or else their bombs will blow you up. Now 106, we'll grab these up to 110. I want to go ahead and get these little lurker bad boys over this way. Trying to keep my eye on, you know, the lurkers that are kind of nearest to the ground. I know that his pathing will end him back over this way, so I guess I'll go ahead and collect these precursor orbs while I'm here. Where in the world did he get off to? The other side of the map, maybe? Yep, he sure did. So I think I have maybe 2 more of these lurker guys left. I see this guy here. What's the best way to go about him? Because he's already too high for me to grab where he's at right now. I also didn't know that this game was inverted aiming controls too. So, you son of a bitch. Is that really not the last of these guys? Surely there's not. Well, I see one flying all the way up there. So maybe he's coming back down on that side of the map. Okay, so we'll be able to snag him real quick before I turn back around and get that last power cell and the rest of the precursor orbs from that other side. It involves running up that ramp a couple times, which is kind of lame. I also kind of like to think about like what these lurkers are actually doing here, because obviously they're here for the like the big vat of dark eco for Gul and Maya, but like what are all these machines that like are they just like harassing like the townspeople for their precursor orbs, so they're like kind of like holding things like their blue eco and stuff hostage, or I don't know. It's not important, but it's just kind of cool. So I'm gonna actually ding this. Perfect, and that'll be the last scout fly we have for this location. So we'll have 33 or 34 power cells by the time that we're done with this hub area 1. And I'm just going to go ahead and get this precursor orb, and I'm going to call it for this side little area because I don't feel like fighting with, you know, what, 6 more precursor orbs. So we're 21 power cells, about, what, 128 precursor orbs, so we are doing well. Now, this other side, maybe I should have considered actually treading back. I'm not sure. Okay, so we're where that muse was earlier. We could have also alternatively taken this path to that Coliseum as well, which I guess maybe if I were to ever do this again, I might do, because that seems more efficient to me. So do we actually have... We are missing... Oh, no. We had to return the muse to the sculptor. So I guess that quest actually counts for the other side of the map, or not town, so to say, which I did not know. So that's interesting. Now, I'm trying to think while we're here in town. I guess I could go ahead and buy the mayor's power cell just to kind of get him out of the way. So that would be 3 power cells that we are able to grab just as we swing through town. And then we have another part of the map that is just pretty well free for power cells. I really like that. Like something about, maybe it's because of like how free the power cells are on the other side of the map. So this is the cutscene that we get whenever we have enough power cells to like continue on to the next hub area. You have to remember, this is a game that was like kind of tailored towards children. So like, you know, once you had enough power cells, they want you to know that you can go on to the next area. So you don't have to collect them all in the normal game.
Oh, what a wonderful sight. I thank you. And the entire village will thank me. Boys, you have restored power to the village and guaranteed my re-election. And for that, my boy, you've earned a power cell.
Okay, so I know he said that we guaranteed his re-election, but we still have to give him the power cells.
So, you want to make a contribution? Good. A sizable one, I hope. Yes. Oh, it is a sizable contribution. I just hope this power cell adequately represents my gratitude.
And just like that, 2 more power cells out the way. We return this muse, and that'll be the 3rd one. And we're at 23 in total, so we're almost a quarter of the way there. I'm gonna... Well, I guess I can't skip these cutscenes. I didn't know that they gave you so many reminder cutscenes. Again, it's probably warranted. So 90 orbs to our uncle now. I wanted to see the scout flies. I see the last scout fly that we need, and we'll grab that after talking to this guy who wants his muse back, if I can remember, hopefully.
Oh, my muse! You saved her! Oh, you really are the best. Here, take this power cell. I won't need it now that I have my inspiration back.
I think this is the game that started me being like fascinated with like artifacts in video games. Like their power cells like obviously do something, and they have like some kind of a worth to people. So like, you know, what is like a power cell to somebody? What do they do? Presumably they like power things, and they like, you know, maybe have like some kind of like an aura to them that like it. So for example, Kira needs them for these like inventions that she makes. So like, what in your mind do you think they do then? So like, for the most part, they seem to like negate heat the way that she uses them anyway, or they can like power rays and beams and stuff. So in your mind, what do you think that they're like can be used for. And so my like first inclination is, you know, it's just like all these what do you call them? Not oracles, but all these precursor. Yeah, they call them precursors. All these like precursors like have this mysticism to like the things that they make and stuff. Like later on in like the later games, they have like these things that act as like keys, or like, you know, they give you like special powers and stuff. So I don't know. I'm just trying to think like other games that kind of do this too, like the Assassin's Creed series, for example. We got too close and I triggered this cutscene. The Assassin's Creed has like the items from the Garden of Eden or whatever, like the Apple of Eden and shit, and that's like another series that I think is cool. So the Daedric artifacts from like Skyrim are really cool too. I'm doing this just so I'll still have to get on that gun, I'm pretty sure, to get some precursor orbs that I kind of want shortly, but for the time being I'm just going to go ahead and make use of that machine while I have somebody who can aim halfway decent on it. Now this is super simple. We just walk past that guy. He isn't even really an enemy. I don't know what that precursor orb is even called in its mission name, but it is super easy to get. So 26. So again, we'll probably end up, after we finish this hub area, with about 33 or 34, which is about, you know, what I expected. So I don't think there's anything. I guess there's some precursor orbs over that way that I could grab, but I'm not going to screw with it right this second, if I can even remember to screw with it at all. I'm just thinking, well, I'll head over that direction in just a second, I guess. For now, these are like the vents that I was talking about earlier. These are green eco vents. Green eco is directly tied to your HP. So I guess I can go ahead also and jump up here real quick. It'll make it so I don't have to, well, I'll still have to raise the other side of the platform if I want to get the precursor orb over that direction. But so once we clear all of these, we'll get a power cell. Aha, perfect. And there we go. We got another percentage of this game finished. Now I guess we'll head up this direction. I still need this section. You want to collect all the blue eco as fast as you're kind of able to. Now let's I don't think it's gonna happen this time. It's taking too long for the crates to actually bust, so well, maybe not. We'll have to see. The bird watcher is you know, hollering at us because we're up here by this egg, so we knock it down, and then once we jump down, we can actually talk to her.
Oh my! I hope the poor dear's okay. Here's a power cell for your valor.
Oh no! No, 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 no!
Look, isn't that cute? It thinks you're its mama.
Ah! I'm not your mom! You see any feathers here?
Oh, love at first sight. Oh. Listen, boys, I'll take this little chick back to the village with me and work with the sage to take care of her.
Okay, and so we've got another power cell down, and I see those precursor orbs that I wanted from earlier. I also, while I'm over here, wanted to make sure that I'm not missing out on any scouter fly locations, and oh, there's one right to my left. Oh, dude, the first time I got this game, I remember it like, it's just one of those memories that kind of sticks with me. I got it years and years and years ago, whenever I was really young, probably whenever it like came out and was just first available in like stores. I got it, I was like kind of starting school a little bit. I think maybe like it was the new school like year, and we went to like a Payless shoe store, and whenever we did, like I remember that was after, but we got this Jak and Daxter game, and I was just like, I remember looking at the cover, and on the fucking streets, like you know, like the lights that are on the highways as you drive by and stuff, that like catching like glimpses of the cover of this game in the back as the street lights like lit up that back seat was just like, I don't know, something about it. something about it. But that's one of those things that'll always stick with me. The same thing kind of happened to me for Scooby-Doo Night of 100 Frights too, but I'm not really as nostalgic or care for that game nearly as much. So we just have to race that pelican. We, of course, beat it by a long shot, so that's good. We're up to 29 now. We're almost a third of the way through this whole thing. So I did everything on my right already. I guess I could go ahead and get this blue eco and open up this vault that's on my left. I noticed... Well, no, because we've already paid the mayor. I was just thinking, I was like, man, I'm really not doing good on, the, precursor orb economy, because I was thinking I still need a 180, but no, we only need 90 to give to our uncle next, so, and then we have, several power cells and precursor orbs that are coming up that, we can get pretty easily without the, we don't have to pay for them or anything. So this was a segment of the game whenever I was younger that I had no clue what you were supposed to do, because I didn't even think about uppercuts until I was way older. Maybe I even had to look at a guide, as a kid anyway, in my area for internet. To use internet, I would be, it would be kind of like a privilege. So to just search, how do you get this power cell, to use, a computer for, 30 minutes, and then to spend, 10 of it, because we, of course, had really shitty internet, on, Googling, how to get this power cell, would be, that it was so funny, how... how information was kind of disseminated as, a young kid. So... we chase these seagulls. You just basically have to visit each of these little shrines. I don't know what you'd call them. They kind of look like, they kind of look like pyramids a little bit. I don't know what you'd call them, but we go to each one of them, and then we get a little cutscene, and we get another power cell. So each of these little pyramids, as I decided to call them, have a different item on them that can help you. So we had a scout fly, which allowed us to get a power cell. Then we had a power cell, which allowed us to get a power cell. And then on this last one here, we'll have some precursor orbs, which will allow us to buy a power cell. And then, because we stepped on that last one, all those seagulls fly up there. They knock a rock down. And for some reason, we also get a power cell from all that. So... it's power cell extravaganza around here, I suppose. So my thoughts on what we're going to do next. Now we need to head over to that big machine that was firing those bombs before. I know I didn't point it out, but it's out on the water on our right. And to get over there, we have to use these jump pads. Yeah, I see coming up. I actually don't think that I'm going to bother backtracking to blow up this... this little metal container, because 3 precursor orbs, well, there's 6. I know we're bidding up a little bit, but I still really don't give a shit. I'm much more interested in the power cell we'll get from this guy. Or I guess if we don't get a power cell, because I'm always confused of whether or not we get a power cell here. If we didn't get a power cell, maybe I would have taken the time to blow it up. The last power cell we need is up there. Let me just make double sure. Perfect. And then we're actually done with this little segment. I also like how, so there's obviously the lurker shark out in these waters, if you've ever played Jak and Daxter before. But there's a little, I think they call them dams. I've seen people on, not Naked, maybe it is Naked and Afraid, but those survival shows build little dams, and I think they did it in the book called Hatchet too, where they build these dams to keep fish from being able to escape a enclosed area. And it's also kind of cool, this area here, the reason it's not dangerous is because there's a little dam built with the water here. Not that, I don't know. I'm just kind of talking about things that I'm thinking about. I try not to do too much train of thought stuff. I try and keep it on the game, but this game really kind of brings out some childhood, not even childhood memories, but there's some things in my head that playing this game always brings out whenever I play it. And it's a fucking longer let's play, so it's gonna be about 5 or 6 hours long, I imagine. Maybe a little bit shorter than that, because I think we are making good time. It probably doesn't help that I've played this game to its entirety in the last week, but oh well. So coming up, we'll have to give our uncle these precursor orbs. This is not him, though. Sorry, I got a little lost. There he is.
I see you two are back to make the trade. Good, good, jolly good. You have the precursor orbs that we agreed on? I hope you put this hard-earned power cell to good use. Cheerio, ta-ta, bye-bye.
Okay, so we've got, what, somewhere in the realm of like 34 of these bad bitches now, so we actually are making, you know, really, really good time. I honestly think it's been only about like an hour or so, just kind of going off my, I don't know what you would call it, not an internal clock, because that's not what I mean, but just going off of how I sort of feel about time. But I'm not a great judge of it either, so I'm trying to get that last fucking precursor orb. Now, Fire Canyon, I believe we have a little cutscene before we can actually do this segment. Okay, well, hold up. I think we're maybe glitched. Hold up.
Great! You have the 20 cells needed to power my heat shield. Now be careful. The shield will only protect your zoomer till it reaches 500 degrees, so try to keep her cool. Flying over open lava will definitely heat you up fast. Hit 500 degrees and it's over.
Over? Like burning molten metal over?
The fire canyon gets pretty hot, so keep a lookout for jumps to keep you off the hot ground. I've also released several blue cooling balloons you can use to drop the shield's temperature quickly. Oh, and when you get across, don't forget to activate the teleport gate in the Blue Sage's lab. Then we'll be able to teleport over and meet you. Good luck!
Okay, so this segment here, I got a little bit of a confession I'm almost assuredly going to die on, for several reasons. One, I'm going to try and collect as many precursor orbs as possible. Two, to collect these scout flies, it's just kind of, you know, one of those things where I'm going to have to kind of die in the process of collecting these scout flies. Like I said, I don't really have like a supreme mastery over this game. I'm still going to die. This probably isn't the best like let's play in the whole world on this, but you know, I can kind of chat about it, and I'm sure people do Let's Plays of this games all the time. I actually just saw a Let's Play of this not too long ago that a guy did, and we are at 5 out of 7 scout flies. It's just another one of those things where, like, you know, I gotta pick a game to play for the weekly Let's Play, and I was like, you know what, fuck it, I want to play Jak and Daxter. I hear good things about this open goal, so we'll give it a shot. So we're now at 6 out of 7, and things are getting a little bit dicey. Oh man, good thing I just barely made my way up on that. Now we'll take this last one, this power cell. This will put us up to 35, and then as we are approaching the end of the chasm here, if we're lucky enough, we'll get 36. So now we're at 36 out of 101 power cells in total. So we're actually, like, again, to not to keep harping on it, but we're making like wildly good time. I do roll a lot to kind of get where I'm going, though, so maybe that's part of why we're moving so fast. So you can see Rocky Village here. Something about this place, it doesn't like scare me, but it kind of makes me sad. Let's go in here and turn this teleporter on, though, so we'll get this cutscene.
Whoa! I don't think I'll ever get used to that teleporter tingling sensation. Hey! It looks like the Blue Sage threw a party.
Oh my! Rock Village is on fire!
One heck of a party.
No, I mean Rock Village is being bombarded with flaming boulders. Oh, and it looks like the Blue Sage is working on a levitation machine to move them. Assuming it's operational, we're gonna need power cells to fuel it. I guess you two are going to have to find some more.
We'd better take a look at his notes. Jak, go check on the villagers, then come back and give us an update. And take the furball with you.
Okay, so we now have the bird here too, which is fine because we're going to need that for a mission here shortly. Also, I thought, yeah, there it is. I was just thinking, I was like, we have a scout fly up here, because the last time that I played this was like, that was the scout fly. I was like, I could not find this last fucking scout fly, and there it was. Now, just snagging a few more precursor orbs. Let me break this scout fly container open. You know, what I kind of like about this game, they talk about this with like Pokemon, but if you play it for just like if you play it for like 15 minutes, you feel like you made progression. So like if I fired up the game and I played it, like look at how much progress I make in 15 minutes. Maybe I make like or maybe I get like 3 power cells, maybe I get like 100 precursor orbs, and maybe I get like, I don't know, like, you know, I do like 2 quests or something. Like, you know, something about that like just feels like fulfilling. And they talk about that with Pokemon, like how like, you know, you battle 2 trainers, maybe you get like $300 and you level up a Pokemon or something. Even though it's like not like super fulfilling, it's still like fulfilling.
You two look like a couple of capable fellows. I've got a research project going, and maybe you could help me out.
Hey, we're the ones on a big quest here. We asked you for help.
Well, perhaps we can help each other. I've been studying the burrowing habits of lightning moles in the precursor basin next to our village for years. But now those awful lurkers have scared the moles to the surface. And since they're blind as bats, they can't find their way back underground. If you could herd them back into their burrowing tunnels, you might just save their lives. I've got a power cell that says you can do it.
Yeah, lightning moles. We can. Maybe for 2 power cells.
Nice try. But I would be willing to part with another power cell if you two find me 90 precursor orbs for my research equipment. Fair enough?
So this woman's pretty fair. We'll go ahead and trade her.
Oh, you have the orbs. Here's a power cell we agreed upon.
Perfect. Now, before I actually go do that quest, because I didn't realize that we actually have to trigger one of these quests to make it happen. That's probably just an oversight on my part, but we run in here, and then I want to talk to these 2 guys real quick.
Oh, no, not another hero. I lost my shorts on this so-called hero's big fight against the monster up there. Trust me, the smart money's on the monster. That wager pretty much tapped me out. So, I got a proposal. Bring me 90 orbs to get me back on my feet and out of this barrel, and I'll give you a power cell in return. And if you're game, I do have one more bet online. My big comeback. Beat the record time racing Dead Man's Gorge in the precursor basin, and I'll get a pretty payoff. For that, I'll give you another power cell.
Okay, and then this guy.
Oh, my aching head.
I thought that's one of your vital organs. Walk it off, tough guy.
Oh, sure, I was tough once. Maybe even the toughest of them all. I single-handedly defended this village from those horrid creatures for almost a year. Then that horrible monster arrived and commenced the boulder bombardment. So, full of valor, armor shining in the sun, I climbed the hill to take him on. But he pounded me like one tenderizes a yakao steak.
Have you tried attacking him with your melodrama? 'Cause it's killing me.
After my last stunning failure, he sealed the passageway to his roost with a 30-ton boulder, leaving no way for anyone to challenge him again. So, our sage, a master of blue eco and a mechanical genius, devised a machine capable of lifting the boulder out of the way. But alas, he disappeared before we had a chance to turn it on. And he took all his power cells with him. At least I was able to pull enough pontoons out of our bridge to prevent that monster from coming down here to do me harm.
Yeah, good job, tough guy. But we're gonna need you to put him back and stuff.
Oh, sure, and seal my doom? All right, fine. Bring me 90 precursor orbs and I'll let the pontoons loose. But I'm not going to fight that monster again.
So that guy kind of reminds me of Kronk from The Emperor's New Groove. Also, you don't have to pay him to move these if you don't want to. You can get away with like quick swimming and rolling over to those other pontoons, but I mean, we're just going to do that later because I'm pretty sure he also gives us a power cell. But now we have all the quests that we can actually do around here, and we've been wished good luck by the geologist, question mark. So this is a little segment where you have to use this zoomer to do a bunch of quests over here. Now, if you remember a couple of them, we have to get these lightning little, what was she calling them, otzels? They don't look like otzels, but these like lightning moles into their burrow, and into the ground. Now it should be on our, yeah, it's on our left. They're kind of annoying a little bit. Generally, what I did the last time that I played this was like almost kind of ignored them, and they kind of went into their little holes naturally. See that one there? I just even hit. So like, what the fuck is like the progression to get these things like in the holes that they're supposed to go to? They're I'll tell you this, they're fucking annoying. This is probably going to be one of the sort of slower parts of this Let's Play, aside from the whole thing. But so there's one in there at least. Let me kind of like round these characters here. I kind of want to like chase this guy like that. Perfect. And then he should be able to, damn it, that guy, he blindsided me. Let me turn these guys around if I'm able to. Well, I got one turned around. Like I said, this is really going to be a largely sort of uninteresting part. Maybe if you want to skip 2 minutes in advance. See, that other guy didn't even go in there because I was in a cutscene. This part's really annoying. Well, could you please? All right. That one's almost attacking me, almost. This would be a fun setting to do like a little D&D kind of thing for. And I've thought about like kind of developing like a little D&D thing for Jak and Daxter, but I don't know. It's like I don't, like with all my other projects and stuff, I don't really have enough time to between work and all the other projects I have going, I don't really have enough time to do that, but it would be fun to participate in. So we do want to make sure that we pop these, I call them like baby lurkers. I know they call them flying lurkers, but they got like a diaper on like their babies, sort of. So let's go ahead and get this race out of the way too. This race isn't like hard, but I did almost lose it the last time that I played it, so maybe I shouldn't. What do they say? Don't look a gift yak cow in the mouth, or some shit like that. So we got 45 seconds, so we should be about a third of the way through this race. And that's, of course, assuming that I beat it the first try, and it's looking a little bit less like that'll be what happens, but we'll see, we'll see. We still got a little bit of time. You want to take this turn a little bit sort of sharp coming down it. I don't think, well, I was hoping to get up on that upper segment there, but that's not happening. I don't know about this. We don't really have enough time. I might have to, well, hold up. Yeehaw! Okay, so we did beat the record time. Now, again, I do like to just kind of do everywhere else here before, because you may notice these like floating little portal looking things. I'm just kind of traveling around real quick to get all the other little things done around here. So this, well, let's get this guy before I talk about what we're about to be doing. This guy isn't really all that hard. You gotta jump off the gas here, and then just, you know, you'll get a feel for what his pathing is, and then jump. Oh shit, I thought I had him there. Okay, let's try and cut him off again. Nope, no dice. Let's see, let's speed up on him, and then, like I said, just kind of pump the brakes here a little bit. This guy never takes me more than, we'll say, 3 cycles, as long as we don't get him accidentally turned around here. Just, you're trying to like kind of sort of cut him off at the pass. You know, where you gotta like, well, I guess there's no other way to put it, just cut him off at the pass. Perfect, so there's 2, and then there should be a third one that we mess with later on. You take this green eco, and they're like these dark eco plants, and you're getting rid of all of them. So whenever I played this at first, I sort of assumed that like, you know, all of these things were on like a timer, and they would like grow back immediately after like so long, but they actually kind of spread. So you know, you would think like, oh, they're growing back, like I'm not able to, you know, like they came back too quick, I'm gonna have to restart my whole cycle. But yeah, that's actually not the case. It's like these plants that are left actually spread. So if you have a lot of plants around, they spread really fast, and if you don't have a lot of plants around, they spread kind of slow. So that is that, and then it blooms this little plant here, to which we get another precursor orb. each area kind of, like each hub area kind of, if you want to think about it this way, has like a lot of setup to it in which you get like a slow amount of power cells. And then there's also, like once you get so far through it, like each hub area, once you get so far through it, it just like kind of takes off. Like that last area that we did, we probably got like 12 power cells in like, what, 10 minutes or something like that. It was just like really quick, like bing bang boom. And that's kind of, you know, how all of these little hub areas work. So oh hey, we actually got that guy pretty easily. So I think there's one more of those guys. I'm pretty sure that I said that last time, but let's go ahead and get this precursor orb, spend 20 minutes doing it, and then we'll grab that metal container. I'm going to try and jump up. Perfect. I actually think that's the end of one of these ring segments later on, maybe. We're aiming for 240 plus 180 precursor orbs that we'll need to finish off this hub area, I believe. I still think I need to go up on this thing. I'm just trying not to hit that dark eco crate. Oh, hey, there's also scout fly. So we're up to 3. That really don't sound right now, does it? Considering how much exploring we've kind of done here. And I know I got precursor orbs off to the side, but I'm going to go ahead. Ooh, do I want to go ahead and get that guy down here? I probably should while I'm thinking of it, since he is the last guy that we have to get. I'm just trying to think in my head which direction he's going to go. You know how that is. So we just kind of, again, the way to do these guys, just try and head them off at every pass as you're able to. This guy, you know, I pretty well already have his path down in my head now. If I just... Oh shit! I just missed him. I went and sold it all on the farm. You might say. What if I try and head him off a little bit like this? Hey, he more ran into me than I ran into him. I also saw Jack's hair was frozen in the flying animation there, so that was kind of funny. Okay, those lurkers are done. I guess we'll go do that ring segment. I really don't like it because we had to do this purple one and then we had to do a blue one, and they're both really fucking annoying in my opinion. So again, there's also precursor orbs there. I'm not going to screw with it for right this second. We'll say, how about 30 rings roundabout is what this takes. I also have like a bad habit of getting lost, but this part here isn't so much important that like you go super fast. It's that you go consistent. So like if you're, you know, just kind of like you can pump on the brakes, especially if you're rounding like a turn and you're not sure where the next portal is going to be, but you do, you know, you can't screw around too much. So again, I've kind of lost track, but you know, thinking that it might be about 30 of these portals that we had to jump into, we should be pretty good ways into it. Now, again, I think we end this one by, okay, maybe jumping off that ledge there. Nah, off this ledge. Now this one's going to be particularly risky. Let's give it a shot. Perfect. And then I actually wasn't expecting that one to go as smooth as it did, but hey, and then we got this purple portal here. So here's where things start getting a little dicey. This should be the last one though. So there's a power cell, and then we have to do that one more time. We also have the scout flies to get in this location, and I see there's a ton of precursor orbs around too. So I'll of course want to grab as many of those as I'm able to get my hands on pretty easily. So again, we do 240 plus 180, and then that leaves us at what, like 420? Nice, blaze it. Are people still saying that? So we're up to 5, and oh, we'll have to jump off of that little ledge too. I guess I might go ahead and go do that real quick. I know we'll have to kind of backtrack to get back up here, but we're gonna have to backtrack either way. So now let's hop off of this. Easy now, easy. Oh, I don't have any. Oh, I don't have any brakes or like reverse. Okay. I didn't have any reverse there, so That's kind of what screwed me a little bit. I don't remember having any trouble with that at all, so I don't know what that's about. I also kind of like that, like, so Kira develops this zoomer, right? And then in Jak 2, there's, like, zoomers all over the place. So that's kind of unique, huh? She, like, had, like, a big hand in, like, the technology of, you know, this world, whether she knows it or not. So let's just take this real careful. Easy now. I don't really even care about the precursor orbs so much, but alright, so now we gotta make this jump. Perfect. Hoo-wee. So we're up to 41. I think we need either 40 or 42 to continue on to the next hub area. Of course, if you know me, or you know, have been watching so far, you know that isn't what we're gonna do. We're actually gonna head up over to this portal and hope we get this one first try. So the last time I played, I was able to actually get the purple portal first try, but I was not able to get the blue portal first try. So considering that that wasn't all that long ago, we're going to you know, play out our hand and hope that we're able to get it first try. So again, just in my head, I'm mathing out, like, let's say that this is about 30 of them, and this one's a little bit harder because some of the, like, you kind of have to use your mind to think, like, where would I go? And that is not something I deal very well with. Also, you may not know that that's kind of like a ramp, which would maybe screw you if you weren't ready for it. This one's a lot harder than the last one. So I also don't really like these segments that penalize you. So, whoa, we overshot that one a bit. Let's hope that don't fuck us. That penalize you so heavily for, like, doing just a little bit bad. That kind of sucks, but whatever. It's a kid's game. Who cares? I can't remember if this one got E10 or if this one certainly didn't get teen. This one might have got E10 plus. Or maybe it even got E, now that I'm thinking about it. The ESRB used to not nearly be as big as sticklers on that kind of shit. Besides, who the fuck even listens to the ESRB anyway? They're lame. My parents generally didn't, like, care about the ESRB and got me whatever I asked for. But a lot of times, like, the Walmart clerks or, like, GameStop clerks would be like, I need to see your ID or something to that effect. And then, like, my parents would be like, whoa, this one must be a bad game. And they did that. The two ones I can remember are Halo 2, I'm pretty sure, or maybe like one of the Halos, maybe Halo 3, and then Grand Theft Auto. So, you know, pretty warranted on one of them, maybe not so warranted on the other one, but now this should be the last one. Yeehaw. And thankfully we got this one out of the way. Otherwise, my parents didn't really care. I just kind of hoped most of the time that whenever we went to go buy a game, actually the time that Skyrim was to be released, like it got released, I actually was not 18, so I went with my granddad, and I had my own money at the time I'd started working. I had told him, you know, I would give him, what am I missing? The gambler and the geologist. Okay, that's easy. I had told him, I was like, here's the money. It shouldn't cost more than $70, $60 plus tax, because it was a new game at the time. And I was like, you know, they're going to ask you for your ID and stuff. I said, if you would just, like, get it for me. And he was like, all right, that sounds, you know, all right. And then, like, he was like, are games really worth, like, $60? And I don't know. So here's the geologist.
Thank you for saving those moles. That's awfully good of you. Here's a power cell to help you out. Now I can get back to my research.
Perfect. So we're up to 44. How many? Oh shit. I guess we. Well, hold up. Which way do I want to do this? Let's go ahead and get this guy out of the way. I guess we're gonna have to go do all the pain in the ass ones first. So there's 90 orbs. There's the 7 scout flies. There's 2 more things that I'll just have to.
Dark light, for it has twisted the fate of one of you. Bring me 120 precursor orbs for each power cell I contain. Here is another power cell for your quest.
Okay, so now just one more of these to go.
For your sacrifice, I offer you a power cell.
I wonder why the oracles even care about the power cells. I know it's progression in the game and it's not worth thinking about, which I've thought about some things in this game, like way more than you like need to, but that's one thing. I was like, is it like really to track progression, or is there like something to these precursor orbs? Are they maybe like history written on these things? Also, I could not pay for either of these guys, so we're gonna have to go do another quest real quick. Also, I'm trying not to die to the lurker shark, so I'm not gonna stay down there. So there is one scout fly, and the last one that we need, you'll see, is all the way over there, which will, well, actually, I'm not sure that that's the last one that we need. We'll see here in a minute. We head over this way, and I'm thinking we should have enough precursor orbs after we finish this area. Again, I'm thinking I can get over to that place, but I'm actually just gonna wait on that. I really don't like this part. It's another one of those areas that, like, it's not particularly too hard. It's just eerie. I don't know. It's just eerie. We do have 46 precursor orbs, so by the time we finish this hub area, we'll have, you know, somewhere in the realm of 67, 68 precursor orbs. Make my life a little easier. So this area, is there too much that I have to think about here? I see there's a scout fly location down here, and we're still getting shocked. Shit. Well, let's get the scout fly. Now, what does this do exactly? Let's press it and find out. Okay, I see what we're doing here. This is to get these precursor orbs and get over to this vault. I hope that I have enough time. Yeah, well, we died anyway. That's something I sort of figured would happen, would be death a few times. So what the fuck? Oh, okay. So I don't need the well, I do need about, what is it, 180 precursor orbs. Man, yeah, and I'll be kicking myself in the ass if I don't end up having that by the time that we're done here. So let's kill that guy. I'm just kind of mathing it out in my head. I don't think I'm actually going to head down there because there's nothing that I actually need down there. So, you know, kind of fuck that place. I guess I'll head up on these little ramp things. And we'll just kind of hope that I have enough precursor orbs to, you know, buy from those guys by the time we're done in this area. This place, really not all that hard at all. But I do seem to die here a lot, you know, having said that. So there is that. But if I do... Whoa. Okay, well, kind of what I wanted to do. I wanted to do like a boosted jump. That's not going to happen. Okay, well, we'll just have to use these little ramp type... Or not ramps, but platforms. And then we end up on the other side here where we belong. This area is kind of annoying. But not too bad. I'm just kind of thinking how I want to go about it. Let's do the green fly first, if I can manage it. And then we'll do the blue fly, and then we'll do the red one. Or maybe I should do the red one second. Again, really doesn't matter, but I'm just kind of thinking it out in my head, which would be easiest for me and stuff. Now, you may be sort of asking yourself, like, what is this segment? It's pretty easy. You just are kind of timed. These little scout flies go to these, like, locations around. You're kind of timed on them a little bit. I mean, you are timed. That's, like, you know, for certain, but they really aren't too penalizing. I am going to do the blue one next, which should just be simply over that direction. So it goes up into that pipe and then down over. This is probably one of the shortest ones, and even I think you're like meant to go get that platform. I don't really care for it because I just do a boosted jump and then I'm able to get it from there. So now I also think that means though that I'm not able to get back there that way, so I kind of have to take the long way around. And then also I can go ahead and do these segments here real quick where I get this blue eco, bust these boxes, see if there's any kind of precursor orbs around. I actually think that there's a vault nearby us. Yeah, I see it up there if I can keep this little thing from killing me long enough. Yep, okay, so we did die. We did get all the precursor orbs, and it does start me back over on the platform, so though it starts us back, that's kind of in a position that I would want to be in because to get all the way back on those platforms takes a minute anyway. So, you know, I guess kind of silver lining in that death that we just had. Also, we do now have enough precursor orbs. I might have mentioned to, I'm sorry, to buy one of the guys who's selling stuff back in town's, precursor orbs. I think I'm going to prioritize the guy who would move the platforms just to make my life a little bit easier, but we'll see. So this segment here, again, not very hard. It just moves that precursor orb all the way up to the top of this platforming section. Now, this one here, you just want to pace yourself again. If you go too, you don't have to worry about going too fast. You can miss one of these cycles. It's not the end of the world. You just want to make sure that you don't fall, because falling is an instant loss, basically. See, we're going to skip that cycle just because I was a little bit worried that I wouldn't make it. And then just like that. See, we didn't even get the fast ticker there, which is, usually when you're about to run out of time. Perfect. So we are currently at 47 power cells. We're just about halfway there, folks. And then we'll jump down here. I'm probably going to get grabbed, or not grabbed, but, shocked. I spent way too much time getting the power cell, or precursor orbs from here the last time that I played. And it's looking like I'll probably do something similar this time. Except the last time I just kind of, let myself, float the whole time, and I think I ended up dying a couple times, so we're just going to not do that this time. I think we'll have enough power cells around, or precursor orbs, that I can pay for both of those guys where I won't have to backtrack, but I guess we'll have to see. These guys are kind of annoying. If I'm able to, I'm going to try my best to skip over them. Which direction am I supposed to go? I don't think that way. Okay. So this area first is like the little side area. We also are probably going to get shocked. There probably isn't a whole lot I can do about that, but oh well. This area has a big dark eco vat, and it's kind of weird that the precursors had so many dark eco vats, but from what I understand, if I'm remembering right, they were studying it. So this place kind of annoying, but you just have to step on each of these platforms one time. We'll kill that guy. That actually is honestly the most annoying part of this, is dodging that guy. So otherwise, you just kind of have to work out in your head how you can jump on these things all one time without jumping on them again. It kind of reminds me of a Spyro puzzle from the first Spyro game. And just like that, we unlock the door to this power cell. I like all the precursor cities, but it's hard to kind of understand the purpose of them. Maybe this one in particular is so all these precursor artifact things are they are electronics, right? But then the water is used to cool them down. It's why there's all these heating rods and stuff down here. It's because they're flowing all this information, and just kind of if you've ever had a phone charger get too hot, or kind of like that, but with the transferal of information, or if you're familiar with a server farm, maybe how those get so hot and they usually have to be kept cool and stuff. Maybe that's what the purpose is here. These computer parts are being kept cool by this water, and then they just happen to be studying dark eco down here as well. This segment, not hard. It's artificially hard. It just gives you a timer for some reason. I don't know. It's not difficult. Again, it might make you a little nervous, but just as long as you pace yourself, you really can't miss a cycle there. But if you die, it's not the end of the world. Again, this game doesn't really have the friendliest of checkpoints, but it's kind of whatever. So we're probably gonna just barely make it. And then this is a part that's kind of annoying here, these little slide segments. I try and get as many precursor orbs as I can. These areas are by and large kind of why I decided not to do 100% all precursor orbs in this playthrough, because I'm never able to get all of the precursor orbs on these slides. They're just kind of annoying. Now, if I'm mathing it out kind of correctly, we should be we're by my estimation, we'll have enough precursor orbs whenever we're done here to buy the power cells that we need for once we get back into town. So we are powering all these little gyro looking things. Now what you can do here, or what I'm going to do anyway, is go ahead and go to do this little segment here. Super easy. It does return you to the surface, but we'll just come right back down after we're done. Reason being, I need that to go back up to the surface so that I can get the power cell from it, and then I'll get the precursor orbs once we're up there. So that should... I don't think this will put me over the threshold for how many precursor orbs that I need, but of course we need the power cell, and this is the only way to get it. So now we get a little compliment from Kira. It is weird that, like, I don't know, the city, like I said, it just kind of like, it's not scary, but it's just like weird. There's like all this, it's so dark, it's never like a real daytime here. There's a precursor city just outside. There's like that fucking blimp you can see in the background doing like evil shit. It's like, I don't know, it's something about this town just like is not good. And I never liked it as a kid either, although as a kid I would probably venture more into the territory of saying I was scared. I actually think a lot of times I would just try and do the little zoomer segment and then, you know, just kind of skip most of this other stuff because I didn't really like it, but that is not what we're doing this time. So now, don't have a lot of health. I'm just thinking if I can afford to kind of be hit by these guys, and I could, but I don't want it, of course. And that's the last scout fly we need at the top of this little coil, I guess you might call it. And then that'll give us 52 power cells, which puts us a little bit over halfway. I'm thinking I'm going to get to the third, like, little hub area, and then I'm going to probably take a little break. I'm getting a little bit tired of this. It's still lots of fun, but, you know, I got to pace myself, too. So we just hit the criteria if those power cells were to cost 80 each, but we still need 12 more precursor orbs before we'll be, you know, we'll have enough to buy what I want. Now, also, very important that we don't hit anything again, otherwise I'll have to restart this segment. Just need to... The coils aren't too bad. It's the dark eco that usually fucks me up. So let me think. Okay, so once we grab this, we're going to start a segment where the dark eco in this little prism or whatever is going to start to rise. So the door shuts, and then the dark eco starts rising under our feet, and we can grab these this blue eco. There's also a lot of precursor orbs here. We also, considering what my health is, I have to be sort of careful not to die to these lurkers that are around in these coils. I'm not even really worried too much about the dark eco. I rarely die to it. I won't say that I never die to it, but I definitely would have died there if I had, well, not gotten lucky, I guess. So there's another eco vent, and we go up to the next segment. Now that only happens at one time there. The next time, like there's only, like, that was the last little launch pad segment. So we just have to, you know, beat it one more time, basically. The first time was, you know, like the first half. Now we're on the second half, if you want to imagine it like that. So we just grab this for the launch pad, and then we launch out of here and get out just in the nick of time. Hoo-wee. Alright, so there should be a power cell in here. Perfect. So we got this power cell, and I'm going to check just to make sure, because I really don't want to come back here, but we should have all the power cells here too. I know it gives you a little thing, like if you have all of the precursor orbs. I also just wish it would give you a little thing if you had all the power cells too, but that's fine. I mean, as many times as that would pop up, that would probably get annoying for some people, so I understand why it's not. We are headed back down this track again so that I can get to that little platform that'll take me back to the surface, so I can go buy those power cells off those guys. So up to 54, not bad at all for a couple of, well, a couple goobers watching the Let's Play, and then myself, who's, you know, just trying to get this game 100%ed, as much as you can call not getting all the precursor orbs 100%ed. Now we're back up here on the surface, and that should be the last time we do anything underwater, which again makes me kind of nervous in video games. I just am not really all that cool with underwater segments. Like the Mario games kind of make me nervous, the ones where they take a place underwater. The 2D side scrollers aren't so bad, but like Dire Docks is like, I don't know. And then I think that's really it. That eel that's in Dire Docks I really don't like. So we should have 3 power cells coming up pretty well back to back to back that are all pretty simple. It should be the first one from this guy.
Oh, wonderful. You brought me the precursor orbs. All right, I'll fix the bridge. But don't ask me to get involved with that creature again.
Okay. So that is that. That's our easy little route over to the other half, and then he doesn't mention it, but he does give you a power cell. I mentioned it a couple of times. And then we'll pay the last 90 to this guy.
Oh, great moves, kid. I knew that time record would fall. Now here's your power cell, and I can go collect my big payoff.
Cool, so we got that, and then that isn't even the 90 that we paid him either, so we're actually going to get 4 power cells pretty quick here.
Oh, yeah! These orbs will help me win my way back out of this barrel. Here's the power cell I promised.
So, overalls and barrel, that used to be a pretty big bit, wasn't it? I wonder what the, where the roots of that bit are from. I don't know. Now, you may have thought like, whoa, he said 4 power cells, but I'm only counting 3. So this last scout fly over here that I pointed out earlier, that's the last power cell, and then we'll actually have them all for this rock village. So we'll go ahead and grab that, and that is basically all of like this back area finished. We only have one more little level to do here, and then we'll be done with the second hub area, and then we'll fight the boss. So we're in Boggy Swamp. Now, the last time that I played this, it's not sequence breaking because you can like do this level however you would like to. But like I went back in that little area, but you actually aren't really supposed to go back there until later. So you can if you want to. It just kind of fucks my pacing up a little bit, so I don't do it. Now again, we are going to need more precursor orbs. That's not the last time that we'll need them. And you can see how fleeced we got from the last amount of power cells that we bought with the precursor orbs. So a lot of these little jump pad locations are kind of useless for me, but I'm still gonna do them. Case in point, I believe right here. Well, no, I guess there's a scout fly back here, so I didn't need that. We're just gonna pop it open, take the jumper back, or jump pad back. So we are good, I believe, to continue on. I'm not gonna fuck with these bats. There's no reason to. There's some yellow eco, I guess, in case I would need it, which we can use to like blow up these nests of muskrats, or I guess that's what they are. Isn't that what they call them at some point? I don't know. So this frog, he's kind of a whatever enemy. He'll just basically grab you with his tongue and then try to shock you. I don't give him too much of the light of day, so we'll go ahead and use this yellow eco to knock out these little muskrat nests, and then take out that boulder in the back. The boulders are the name of the game here, so now we'll knock out all the muskrats and then try real quick to, yep, we take that out. It's kind of nice because each of those tethers that's connected to a rock has one power cell. So I'm an idiot. I should have just used this thing on the side here, but I wasn't even thinking, which is okay. These are like two sides of a thing, if you want to imagine it like that. So seesaw, basically. I'm gonna try and maybe get another another precursor orb or two. Yeah, it just wasn't happening. That's fine. Again, part of the reason why I'm just not like killing myself to get all these power cells. They're just kind of annoying in a lot of regards. So or precursor orbs. We are getting all the power cells, not getting all the precursor orbs. So let's go ahead and jump over here. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I can't remember. I thought this one was... No, it's not useless. We have the scout fly, and then I'm just going to try and fadoodle my way back, because you can grab the yellow eco to blow that vent or that nest up, and it will give you access to another blue eco vat, but you can skip that if you still have blue eco on you. So that's not like something that I adopted from anybody. It's just something I've thought of myself, and I was like, let's just skip that annoying ass part and just get the scout fly that I need and get out of there, I guess. We are doing good on power cells. So this next area will need 90 times 5 plus 100 times 2. So, well, that ain't quite what I meant to do. I just goofed up the execution a little bit. Yep, I should have seen that coming. I would like to, because I don't think the next checkpoint is till I hit the next like a spot of land, so I would like to get to the next spot of land. Also, we can go ahead and take that out, and that'll give us another power cell as well. This area is kind of power cell sort of heavy-ish. We'll go ahead and take that frog out, and I'm just kind of looking around, want to make sure I don't miss nothing. And just like that, we're up to 60 power cells. We're almost 2/3 of the way through the game. That's kind of crazy, huh? A little bit. We're almost at 2/3 of the way through the game. So here is this yellow eco thing. Last time that I played this, again, I kind of like not screwed up my route a little bit, the way that I like to do things, but I like wasn't thinking quite right. So we jump over those spikes, and then we go around, because I looped all the way around because I had like I thought that was like a whole different area back here, but nope, it's just as simple as that which we did right there. There's nothing else to back that way, so I kind of saved that like I would have to come back there and do a lot more, but thankfully no, I didn't. So we'll blow that open, we'll take that green eco out, and I guess we'll take this back this way. I'm not sure. Yes, this is the ambush. I got an okay amount of health for this area. It's we just basically get ambushed by these guys, and you can also get a up-close view of what these lurkers are actually doing here with their little blimp. They're trying to get that precursor robot out from underneath of the swamp. I almost called it dark eco, but swamp is not dark eco, even though they look kind of similar, huh? But that's all they're doing. I always also kind of thought, like, the precursor robot is obviously kind of like an artifact, sort of. Like, it's like, you know, one of the things that the precursors left behind that held, like, great importance to them. Like, also, what else did they do with, like, the precursor robot? I guess I kind of want to show, like, its hand. I'm just gonna... Well, there's an okay angle. You can kind of see, like, the blimp is just kind of using it, kind of like a... I don't know what you would call it, like, to get it out of that little mud, though. All that swamp there. They just tie that rope around it. And also, some of the audio is, like, kind of fucked up in this OPENGOAL, but that's okay. So where are we headed? Perfect. This is great. Another segment with the... Sorry, let's blow this shit up before I get too involved. One of these rocks, which will give us... So we're down to one more, I believe. Because that last one is... Yeah. That last rope, besides the one that we have to break, is only connected to the precursor robot. So now that puts us at 62. And we'll jump this little gate, and we're back over this way. Now, again, this place is kind of power cell rich a little bit. I guess it ain't... you son of a bitch. I wasn't even paying attention. He got the jump on me. This area is kind of nice. I just like to use this flut fly. It can help you get like a ton of power cell or precursor orbs. Well, whenever you don't hit the hit the vines. And it also, I believe, yeah, it does have a double jump feature, so that's awesome. Just, you know, makes pretty quick work of stuff. The day-night cycle in this game is like kind of pretty, but it's like, you know, I don't see like a ton of PlayStation 2 games that have like a non-important day-night cycle. Like there are some day-night cycles in I think Dark Cloud had a day-night cycle that it was unimportant in, but like I'm trying to think of all the day-night cycles in like games where it isn't like really important. Hold up, I don't think I want to actually head this direction. Which way do I... Okay, we want to go up this way. Because I see some precursor orbs, and I also think maybe... Yeah, Scout Fly. So, like, other games where there are... like... I think there was one called Shadows of Destiny, where the timer was, like, actually important in it, but... so let me go ahead and park this flut, because we're officially... Well, let me get those last. Because I'll be kicking myself in the ass whenever I'm 5 precursor orbs short, so I'm just going to go ahead and grab it here while it's easy. Now, we got a lot of rats up ahead, but if I'm not mistaken, we don't actually even have to, like, pop their nests. It's not important. Okay, and we died. That's not too bad. Let's see where it starts us. Back here. If I were to die again, I guess I'll cut it, but to travel back isn't really that big of... I mean, we're just kind of making ungodly, like, pace. Like, again, I think it's only been, like, 2.5 hours, and we're already, like, 2/3 of the way through the game, so... maybe it would be worse if I had to get, like, all the precursor orbs, but I don't, thank God. So probably tack on about another half hour at least, maybe even longer, because I'm not particularly good at this game. Here's like a dock. There's nothing at all you can see on it. I just think it's really weird that there's just a dock that does nothing here. There's no like quests out there or anything. Let's go talk to this guy.
Howdy, friends. Enjoying my beautiful swamp? I own these here parts. Everything that doesn't sink into the mud, that is.
Judging by the smell, I'd wager your bathtub sank in the mud long ago.
What's a bathtub? Anyway, I got bigger problems now. Seems some nasty lurker varmints are grousing about, snatching everything they can get their grubby little paws on, and scaring away my pet hip hog, Farley. He's been missing for nigh on to a coon's age. I've been putting out his favorite snack. Those ornery swamp rats keep stealing them. If you could keep those pesky critters away long enough, I just know Farley will smell them vitals and come back. Will you help me out? Good. Those rats will be back any time. Shoot all them rats. Keep them from eating at least one of them snacks.
Super easy segment. You can't even move up or down. You can only move left and right here. So you just have to kill all these rats. Super easy, especially if you just keep pounding on the fire button, which is what I'm gonna do. I like all these kind of collect-a-thon games. Like Ty the Tasmanian Tagger was pretty fun, even though I'm really fucking bad at that. I have a friend who knows like all the Golden Cog locations, so I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you, dude? Like that is like one thing I don't have any object permanence for, is like the Golden Cogs and Ty. Like I cannot remember where they are. I have no inclination to where they might be. Power cells generally, if you just like traverse the whole map, you can kind of get an idea of like where they are. I think they call them something eggs, power eggs or something, and Ty, which is the equivalent to the power cells here. Those aren't so bad to like remember, but holy shit, these are like the Golden Cogs. I have no fucking clue. Now, this is the second segment. It's a little bit harder, but you do just have to keep... Well, now hold up. I have to keep at least one up, don't I? Okay. Well, I might cut until I actually beat this. Yeah, I guess that's what I'll do. I didn't know I lost if I lost any of them. So, yeah, I'll see you back here in a minute.
Well, fry my hide! You sure know how to shoot. Thanks a heap for the help.
Well, that was that. And we've just about had Boggy Swamp finished. We just have one last quick thing we have to do, which is get the last scout fly, and he is right over this little segment here. We just have to... Yeah. We just have to come back here, because whenever I was playing this last, I was like, I don't remember. I must have missed that scout fly, because like we're getting pretty close to the end, but you are getting close to the end. It's just right here. So I don't know. I don't want to say it's like close to 1,000 precursor orbs that we have, but I guess we also need that scout fly and this last rock. The reason I wasn't even thinking about the scout or the last rock is because I accidentally did this the wrong way the last time I played. I might have mentioned I accidentally went up that path, and then that led me like straight to this rock. So I ended up breaking it a little bit earlier than you're kind of meant to. So did I get all of those? Oh my god, you gotta be kidding me. Okay, so 227. Let's say 800 precursor orbs is what it would take for me to buy all the rest of the power cells in the game. Let's break that rock. Perfect. So that is the last one, and just like that, that blimp will leave. So, and it breaks the rope on this precursor robot now that they don't have anything to really, keep it to the ground, and it just goes floating off into the sky. So let's go get this power cell. It is also interesting. Samos talks about how Jack's uncle would be proud, and I know a lot of people say that Jack's uncle has no bloodline lineage to him, which I think. So this is just my thoughts. This isn't confirmed or anything, but they probably were thinking for the first Jack that it was his biological uncle. That's what they had planned for. But then as the games later went on, it became not his biological uncle. They were just really lucky that they didn't include any of the backstory and stuff for Jack's parents or anything in the first game. That they weren't Jack, your parents died years ago to Gaul and Maya or some shit like that. So they kind of lucked out in that regard. So just like that, we got 66 power cells, and we can head over to the little gravity gun thing and then fight Claw real quick. I think that's his name, Claw. We'll have to talk to Kira first, though, so she's right here. Whoops, hold on.
Great! You have the cells for the machine. They ought to provide enough power to lift that boulder. There we go. Now be careful facing that monster lurker at the top.
Wait! I'll stay here and protect Kira. Jack, I think you're ready to handle that monster without...
Oh, really heroic of you.
Daxter's a pretty funny guy, I guess. So, yeah, we're simply headed back to, or not headed back, we're headed up to the top of this mountain here, and whenever we get up here, we'll have to fight Claw. He's a little bit imposing, and how precise this battle kind of is, I can't really afford for my controller to be fucking me too hard. Also, hold up, we're gonna do something. I want to refill my HP. I know that's a little bit dumb, but I don't want to go into this fight with 1 HP. So, I also kind of like how old games kind of penalized you. You could only, so for example, you could get hit at max 4 times in this game, but the original Sly, you could only get hit as many that you had horseshoes for, or the Crash Bandicoot game. The first 3 you could only be hit so many times. I think maybe 2 or 3 or so. So yeah, Claw's a pretty simple boss. He's just, I don't know, I always thought he was kind of fun. I always think boss fights in all these games are kind of fun because they're kind of unique and stuff. I also kind of like the camera feels really dynamic here, and then the fight isn't too hard. I do usually lose most of my HP on these segments with the rocks here. In the third segment is usually where I lose most of my HP. If you're gonna see me lose HP, it's probably there. Of course, falling into the lava is an instant death, which kind of, well, sucks for me. doesn't suck for somebody who's probably pretty okay at the game. Now there's a rock, I guess. So we'll go ahead and nail this guy a couple times, and then that rock hits him on the head, and we're pulling out of here. I don't want to be too gung-ho this time now that the path out of there is a little bit more complicated. Now we just have to suffer through this one more time. I also kind of like that, like, the technology for claws like hand, like a later boss kind of... Oh, we're dead. Okay, well, I'll see you back here for the third segment. Okay, it seems like we're at the end of the third segment here, and while I am hurting for health, we should be fine. I was just saying that, like, this launcher on Claw's arm, fuck. Okay, so we're back here, and I'm gonna choke this fucking thought out if it kills me. Claw's arm reminds me of the final boss's ability to launch the rockets that it does, the little, like, meteor things that it does. That's all I wanted to say. Thank you for dying, Claw. Holy moly, so that is that. And that puts us up to, what, like 67 orbs or so? Now, the last thing that I'm gonna do before I call it a night is do this zoomer segment, because it's a little bit annoying. Excuse me. We have to wait for this audio to finish, and there we go. Then we get a little cutscene with these little goobers on there, the little diaper goobers on there, like flying things. So we're kind of racing these guys a little bit. It's really not all that hard. Again, it's kind of hard to balance doing like the scout flies, fighting them, not dying to some goofy ass shit, which can happen pretty easily. There's a whoa, they can happen pretty easily. Dies to it immediately. We're just okay, easy now. Again, I guess I would much rather die once and get all the scout flies than to die several times and not get all the ones that I need, I guess. So there is another scout fly that'll put us up to 4. So we're about 4/7 of the way there. And we can't even get all the power cells that there are back in this little area anyway until later. So we have to finish a map to activate like a yellow eco barrel to finish that area. So we're up to 5. Now only 2 more to go. Now you want to be careful of your speed here, because if you go too fast, you'll end up hitting one of these explosives and end up killing yourself, and you really don't want to do that, not this far. So we're up to 270 power cells, or precursor orbs. Oh shit, okay, I gotta make sure I'm pulling that right there, or else we are going to eat it. Okay, and then we'll just knock this lurker guy out, ta-da, and then we hit the, we grab this power cell real quick, if I can ever maneuver into it, and there we go. So I guess I'm gonna go do the red sage's little cutscene, and then we'll call it for today. Of course, that doesn't mean anything to you guys. You'll see me continue on just as peachy as pie here in just a second. But also here, okay, that's that is the scout fly all the way over there, right? It sounds like a lot closer. Yeah, well, it was a lot closer. There we go. Perfect. So now we got 1 out of 7 at least. I thought it sounded really fucking close. So 1 out of 7, not too bad. Like I said, we'll just go ahead and do this cutscene real quick, and then we'll go ahead and call it for today for me. We'll just have to turn this switch on.
Ow! Look, I always wonder if I'm losing body parts in those things. Holy yakkow! The Red Sage's lab looks worse than the Blues.
Well, it definitely looks as though there's been a struggle here.
I'd hardly call it struggle. Would you, dear sister?
Certainly not. The Red Sage gave up with so little effort. No fun at all.
Gall? Is that you? You've finally gone off the deep end, eh? And Maya, I told you the Dark Eco would affect you both. Nobody ever listens to old Samos. What have you two done with the blue and red sages?
Don't worry about your colorful friends, you old fool. They're perfectly safe in our citadel. Our special guests.
They have graciously agreed to help us on a little project.
You were wrong, Samos. Dark Eco can be controlled. We've learned its secrets, and now we can reshape the world to our liking.
You can't control Dark Eco by itself. Even the precursors.
Until now, we've had to scrape by with what little Dark Eco we could find near the surface. But soon, we will have access to the vast stores of Dark Eco hidden deep underground.
Not the silos.
Yes, the silos. They will be opened, and all the Dark Eco of the world will be ours.
But that's impossible. Only a precursor robot.
Oh, don't look so upset, Samos. We've got big plans for you.
Wait a minute! That was Gull? The same Gull who's supposed to change me back? Gull is the guy trying to kill us? I'm doomed.
We may all be doomed. If they open the silos, the Dark Eco will twist and destroy everything it touches. We simply must get to their citadel to stop them.
The fastest way there is through the lava tube at the bottom of this crater. A few more power cells and your Zoomer's heat shield should get you across the lava safely.
All right, my boy. You know what to do. Take the flea bag and go round up more power cells.
Okie dokie, day 2, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, just thinking how I'm supposed to go about this. So if this is myself catching me back up, as well as you guys, not that it's been but a second, but Goal and Maya turn out to be the bad folks. So now we have to kind of stop them. But first, we need more precursor orbs and power cells. I actually think I probably have enough power cells if I wanted to go forward and beat the game, but of course, like I mentioned, we're gonna do all the power cells. So
seek the pure light, for within its flame the answers reside. You can gain my power cells by bringing 120 precursor orbs for each. You have obtained another power cell.
So sweet, this will put us up to a total of 71, I believe.
For your effort, a power cell is the reward.
Alrighty, sweet. So now we bought all the expensive power cells. Now, that does mean that all we have is the cheap ones left, but there are a lot of the cheap ones, so that's good. Now, all that we have left is 90 power cells times 5, and which is 450 precursor orbs, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm hoping that we can get that before we leave this area. So I guess we'll go down this way, get these guys' dialogue out of the way, get this scout or fly, and grab those precursor orbs real quick. Now this is the miners that we have to talk to about the power cells.
Hey Gordy, I think we got visitors.
You think, Willard? Howdy, strangers. Passing through? Us too. Well, we gotta be moving on. Nothing to see here.
I thought you said this was a priceless gem worth...
Willard!
Actually, we want power cells, not gems.
We got 4 of them. You want them?
What Birdbrain here is trying to say is, we may have a few power cells laying around, and we might be willing to part with them for 90 orbs each.
Where have I heard that before? Hey, how do you two geniuses expect to get that big gem out of here anyway?
Well, smarty pants, we got 12 more years of digging to figure that out.
Gordy, wouldn't it take less time if you dug too?
Okay, maybe I was wrong. Maybe it is only 4. I guess we'll know whenever I come back and I have power cells to buy from them, huh? So I guess we're gonna go ahead and do this gondola. We'll take the gondola up to this like ice pass mission. I got lost here the last time I played, and I wish for the love of God I could remember how I got lost, because this is going to be really embarrassing if I get lost in the course of the Let's Play, but kind of oh well. This place has a couple of unique interactions, not unlike what we've done before. A couple lurkers to mess around with, a couple, you know, precursor artifacts that we have to, you know, get functioning. Well, that guy got me, huh? Double jump will get you over most of these. I thought before that you actually had to like jump and then pound, like do one of these high jumps, but it turns out that you can just double jump over most of them. So, well, yeah, the camera kind of screwed me there a little bit. Now let's get across this ravine. Now watch out for this guy. He's got kind of a little weirdish attack cycle. And then watch out for the big balls of snow. I'm just trying to figure out how I want to go about this map exactly. I think we're actually going to head up towards these giant, like, rolling balls of snow. Collect these precursor orbs and shut down those switches at the same time. We have to do this, I'm sure you may have guessed already, for a power cell. Shit, we got dinged. Trying not to... Are you kidding me? Man, I swear I'm not that bad at the game. Oh well. I knew from the get-go after we got kind of... God damn it. We got kind of screwed by that one guy coming into this snow area, that this was going to be a little bit rough. But I will take deaths over just getting inherently kind of lost. Now I want that last precursor orb, and I also want this red eco vent, so I can come over here and fight these guys. Reason being, these guys aren't so bad. They're one-hit kill anyway, but this guy is not. Unless you know, you could kill him if you have the red eco fired up and ready to go. Now I can also kind of like jump off of this ledge, I believe, but I'm not gonna do that. It's a little too dangerous. And I think in an effort to restore my health, I'm gonna kill myself, and then this will also put us back down near the bottom of this little area here too. So that was kind of a two-parter there. One part was to get down that hill really fast, since we don't have any reason to be up there anymore. Part two was to restore our health. I also do not know what I'm doing, apparently, because I'm really goofing this one up today. I wonder if it's just because I just don't have the, like, you know, I played it like quite a bit yesterday. I was looking, and it seemed to be about like a little over 2 hours. So I wonder if you know, I'm just kind of have to get in the mood of fighting these guys and stuff. Not that I am against fighting them. It's just, you know how it is whenever you haven't played like a game for a little bit. Now, we'll go ahead and pop these buttons, grab these precursor orbs. You can see, well, I can't turn my little camera button on just now. Maybe I will on top of this thing, but if you look down there, there's a power cell underneath of this ice. We'll have to get at that in a little bit. Well, shit, I overshot that one. That's kind of okay. Well, not whenever these little enemies come over and are being a little annoying. I keep overshooting it just a little bit. This is probably going to be like not a slower part, as in it's actually going to be slow, but you're probably going to see the worst I have to offer here. Okay, so that place is, I think, besides these precursor orbs, that is all that I need to screw with right in this icy area. Now I'd say, yeah, if we have red eco, it's because we've got somebody to fight over this way, and we'll have to kill these other lurkers first. Let's get this little jumpy guy out of here. He's kind of annoying. Now we wake this guy up, wait for him to get into a fighting stance, because if you pull the trigger too early on him, you'll just get dinged. You'll get hit. So we glide over here. And we have another Flut segment. This one is easier, but I still died here once or twice the last time that I played. So, again, just kind of hoping that that doesn't happen again. You can kind of miss cycles here a little bit, and it won't be too penalizing. You just are platforming with the Flut, basically. You got, I'm sure, a pretty good idea how this is gonna, work. I thought I was dead there. Well, shit, I was dead, it turned out. Okay, let's give that one another shot then. What? We got 71 power cells. Okay, I was just curious. I thought that we had more. I really like the music in this segment, too. The sound design for this game was really, really nice. Okay, yeah. Again, the camera just keeps kind of screwing me a little bit here and there. Well, okay. I'm probably gonna cut. I'll show you once we get there successfully. Okay, there we go. That's me missing a cycle, but that's fine. This is the part where it gets even more complicated, but we should be fine here too. Just as long as you know, kind of like pace yourself. Don't get too fired up, you know, about it. And there's another power cell. Now, whenever we hit this switch, which the power cell was on top of, you'll get this little cutscene where the gates of this fortress come down. I actually just remembered where I could see both of the scout flies in that cutscene. That I forgot one of them whenever I played before. So we are 72 power cells now. This here, like I was saying, is kind of like, well, fuck it. Let's go knock these guys out, I guess. I'll need red eco for it, though, so I guess I'll have to go back up and grab some red eco from over here. I just happened to see those guys. I think there's 4 of those dudes who are trying to break that ice for the dark eco in total. So this'll be the 3rd one. I would like for there to be only 3 if there is, but let's, ding him once, ding him twice. Hey, it turns out it was only 3, so that's nice. Now we can grab this bad mamma jamma. That'll put us at 73, I do believe, which only leaves us about a quarter of the power cells left. In total, there should be, what, 28? Because there's 101 in total, so... now, there's scout flies. I knew there was a bunch of this and that shit around. Scout flies, we are getting some precursor orbs. I'm just kind of keeping an eye on it. I guess if they say 90 times 4, I'm inclined to believe them, but I guess maybe... I'm not sure what is the intended exit to here, but we're just gonna... Okay, back up. I'm gonna get dinged. Hold on, let me just fall down. And then we'll do a jump, knock him out. Perfect. I guess we'll head across the bridge this way, as that's my take on how the direction that we're supposed to be headed. I guess we'll head for this fortress, and then we'll go do the power cell that's hidden behind those trees, I guess. The fortress isn't very hard. If I screw it up enough, I will kind of do like a little bit of skipping on it that I prefer, because it's kind of annoying. So yeah, just grabbing some of these precursor orbs. We should have a scout fly on top here, and I'm gonna break this. I don't want to collect the blue eco just yet, because we got to do kind of a slick move. We grab it and then throw ourselves down, and then we unlock. Well, I was hoping to unlock all 3 vaults, but looks like no such luck. I'll have to spin the next time that I come down. And I don't want to not get that vault because it's a 15 total precursor orbs. So, 165. We're getting close. With this next one, we should be able to buy 2 of the power cells. And then, again, I know it's kind of redundant, but I do need... perfect. We got the last one there. That'll put us at 180. 2 power cells in total. And that's that. And then if we had 2 more power cells, that would put us at 95, which is for sure just about a quarters away. So, now I'm pretty sure we come down this way, right? and we continue our way around. Like I was saying, if I like fall off or die or something here, I will kind of do some skips and stuff. So they aren't even really like skips. It's just like kind of abusing the geometry of the level a little bit to not have to do the redundant parts. But that skip would just bring us over to where these jumpy guys are. So, or I guess we probably could get a little bit higher than that. But so if we press this, okay, that'll let us, if we fall down, come up quickly by means of that little log. So this will put us at 5 out of 7 on the Scoutfly front, and yes, 194 precursor orbs, and okay, that wasn't too bad, I guess. There we go. Nice. We're just about to the very end here. And again, I guess if I were to get screwed, I would just kind of... I don't know if I could get away with a skip here. Well, I guess we're about to figure it out, huh? What if I do, like... Uh-oh. Well, that was wildly more successful than I figured it would be. What the Dr. Dirk doing? What the hell? Cool. So not 74. Actually, kind of proud of that move a little bit. See another scout fly over this way, and then again I said we'd be going behind these trees. I guess let me get this button here if I'm able to first. Try not to get fadoodled by everybody if possible. Well, there's one guy who has me fadoodled already. There's just so much growling from these monsters coming around. Uh-oh. Alright. No, just the sliding has me a little bit screwed, and at least now I'm not being harassed by enemies. So again, if you aren't too nervous, I do get nervous pretty easy. You'll be fine. Pop this box, puts us at 6 out of 7. And we only need one more for here anyway. What I got lost with the last time that I did this place was I ended up with 6 out of 7 scout flies, and I just could not find the last one, but I didn't... uh-oh. Okay, where are we going to start at? Okay, just outside the trees. That isn't so bad. I had 6 out of 7 of the scout flies. Uh-oh. Don't want to jump the gun too soon. And I couldn't find the last one, but it was at the top of the fortress. I guess for here we just don't want to get greedy is all. We'll just double jump. Again, I think most of my deaths come from being kind of greedy here. Well, that one wasn't really my fault, but alright, we'll give her one more shot. If I die, I'll show you the successful take, I guess. So, easy now. And we'll be able to get in on this cycle too, which is nice. I already hear... Yeah, that... Oh, I overshot it. Okay, I'll show you whenever we actually successfully make it. Okay, well, we made it a little bit further, I guess. I don't know. I died a lot of times trying to get back here, actually. Maybe like 10 times. I don't know what's going on today. I hope that this isn't too indicative of the second half of this Let's Play, but, you know. Well, I'm trying to tighten up a little bit, I guess. I also just don't really like all the slipping and sliding you do on this map. Also, now that the yellow eco vents are open, that makes my life a lot easier in a couple regards. I guess I was thinking about just killing my character, but I think if we just slide down, we'll be fine. I also have like full health, so there would be no reason for me to really kill my guy here. Just rechecking my stats real quick. The 75 power cells that we now have, in addition to the precursor orbs. Yeah, here you can get kind of away with just standing on the snow so that you don't slide around nearly as much. Now we're getting to the end of these little buttons that you press. I don't even know what they're called, but I think these are the last two, maybe. If not, it's these two and then one more. Uh-oh. Trying not to die. I do want to retain as much of my HP as possible for this segment we have that's actually coming up. Nope, it looks like I have this one here and then that one more over there. Okay, perfect. 217. Again, we still need a little bit under 200 to get all the power cells from those miners. This guy's kind of annoying me, but I just don't want him. Fuck it. Fuck it. He can die after I press this button and get this power cell. Aha. Cool. Those little guys that hop around, they have like this animation I saw one time whenever I died where their mouth is like really big and they have these really big teeth, and it was kind of weird. You really don't want to die here if you can help it, because it restarts you like all the way back out in the fortress. I saw last night, because I've been looking at Jak and Daxter videos, somebody was like, the checkpoints in Jak 2 suck, and somebody did like 90% of one of the last missions and then died, and it reset them all the way back to the beginning, and then they rage quit. I just thought it was funny because I was just talking about it, as a matter of fact, the other day in the Let's Play, that you know, these checkpoints around here are really unfriendly in this game. So we just briskly made it through there, and I was hoping on the way up that we would see that last scout fly that I'm missing. So we should be missing 2 power cells. Yeah, the 7 scout flies, and the other one, which is kind of sort of hidden, but not that bad. So, well, okay, that's kind of all right, I guess. At least we aren't missing. You know, we don't have to restart that segment, and it actually spawned us not far away. So is this the way? Well, I guess where there's smoke, there's fire. I guess we could follow these precursor orbs up a little bit, and then did we? Yeah, we went through here on our way in, which is again kind of okay because I have to travel. Well, Jesus Christ, I'll see you back at that thing. Okay, so we're back here. You take the yellow eco, blow that up. Easy as that. Easy as pie. Now just try not to get snagged by the little monster here. I don't know if you, I guess it was rage quitting, but I rage quit playing fucking Jak 2 the other day because I got snagged. I was like jumping over like a chasm, and one of the metal heads that has like a gun or whatever like shot me, and I fell down the chasm and it killed me, so I rage quit. I guess I'll see you whenever I find the last scouter fly. I'm not sure where it is, so I'll see you whenever I find it. Oh, that wasn't really all that far. It was pretty simple, right here. And then I'll grab the power cell, and that puts us at like 70 something. I know it still feels kind of like we're far away, but we're really not. I actually anticipate probably being able to beat this game within the next hour or so. So kind of depends on how the mines go, I guess, but they're really not too bad. I have been mitigating all the backtracking that we'll have to do, but now that we actually have all the we have this yellow the yellow vents back open, there is one thing that we have to backtrack to do, so no way getting around it. You have to come out here and activate this yellow vent. So I guess you could technically do like a skip for it, but excuse me, this is a little bit more of a proper playthrough than like a speed run, so I only use skips to skip sort of redundant parts or parts that, you know, I want to show how you could skip if you would. But we are done here, so let's hope that this is essentially putting the bad mojo of that place behind us. And now I guess maybe we should go do the scouter section real quick. I'm just hoping that I'm only missing 1 power cell from that scouter section, because I think it has 4 power cells, and I got the 7 scout flies power cell. I also got the win the race sort of power cell, so let's just hope, I guess, that I don't need much more than that. I guess probably the best way that I could have done this would have been to maybe saved backtracking to the zoomer to once I had enough precursor orbs to buy from the miners again, because that's going to be a little bit of a backtrack segment too, but it's really not all that, like, this is just something that has to be done, and I'm just not looking forward to it. So you can do this from either direction. You can either teleport to the Blue Sage's hut, or you can get there from here. You don't have to be too gung-ho about it. You just have to make your way back out here. I find this way is sort of faster. The other way is just sort of safer because these giant cylindrical dark eco things can kill you. And, you know, I, of course, don't want to die. Uh-oh. Also the chasms. Okay, I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so we narrowly avoided the chasm there. It's been too many of these strategy games I've been playing that made me so shit at these like games where you actually have to maneuver and platform. Strategy games are kind of about having the right answer, whereas these games are more about your hand-eye coordination and skill, which to me is becoming worse and worse by the day. So you take the yellow eco, which is right here, you blow up this rock, and then you hop behind this little chasm, and then we can we're like all good and done back here, and that is that. I can continue to use the yellow eco in tandem with the blue eco if I want. It doesn't matter actually. If I was more sure of where the checkpoint would lead me, I would like just blow my machine up and then we could just be back here, but I don't want it to like start me all the way back at where the power cell was. So, and it's simple anyway. We'll just head back this way. So we're at 80 in total. Damn, we're 4/5 of the way there. Now my plan from here, I guess we'll go do the mines. I also have 3 out of 7 of the scout flies for here, so that's good. I see 2 that, you know, we haven't grabbed so far. We'll grab them as we continue on, and then that only leaves like the miners that we'll have to backtrack for, and I guess that's it really. So watch out for the lava, I guess. How many? 72 power cells. Okay, so we wouldn't. Well, I actually don't know. We would have been close on the whether we would have had enough power cells. I don't remember how many we had whenever I said that we probably had enough power cells, but I think actually this way to like go back this way. Well, I guess I'm just looking. What I'm trying to say is I'm looking for the mines, and I'm not sure. No, this is the lava tube, so not this direction. We need to head back the other way if I'm able to make my way there. I used to really think it was like something special to not have to use these mine carts. Oh well, all right then. Okay, well, we're not that far away from it. I really am like trying to cut a balance between making you see the redundant shit, which I'm sure is boring, but and also kind of giving you the whole experience. I guess we're not really that far. That probably took 10 seconds away. So and then on our way back, I'll grab these precursor orbs there. I mean, I'm sure once we finish the mines, I'll have more than enough precursor orbs. I'm kind of shooting for ×5, 90 ×5, even though we were already told that they only have 4 for sale. They just really don't, I don't know. Let me look at the power cells maybe. Bring 90 orbs to the miner ×4, 7 scout flies, and then a hidden one, which I'll show you whenever we're able to. Now, I don't want to die from the camera. It's one of the most embarrassing deaths you can get in this game. Kind of got saved a little bit there by the geometry of these mine carts. Now, the geometry of these mine carts in particular are, you know, a little bit touch and go. Because I believe you can actually skip humongous segments just by nailing these mine carts in just such a way. So there is a power cell. This is one for the 7 scout flies. And then I guess while we're here, because I'm probably not going to forget it, but right up there is the last power cell that we need from here that isn't the ones that we buy from the miners. So now we're headed down into the spider caves. And I really don't like this place, but it's the last of the places that we have to do that I don't like, so that isn't so bad, I guess. I'm just trying to sorta-ish make my way around without, you know, getting snagged or dying, which is a very real possibility in this map. These guys, I guess, won't really grab you. You just can't do anything to them right now. And they also, I think I mentioned before, I really don't like bugs. I don't like vermin. They kind of gross me out. So I was hoping I was high enough to reach that one. Well, let's sit here and blow up some of these guys so that I don't have to deal with them for a minute. I guess we could probably go ahead and blow this bug up. So we have to blow all these bugs up that are inside of these wooden posts to complete a quest for a power cell. This is the redundant part kind of this area, so I mean, it sucks, but it has to be done. You just have to hit these guys twice, so, and they speed up after you hit them once, so I guess technically you could say it's 3 times from the first time that you hit them, but I don't know if I would say that it is 3 times in total. So like he's woken up, you might consider that 1. I missed him. Well, no, I dinged him actually. He's in the hole and then he'll restart a cycle. I guess I missed him. Let's go a little higher. Shoot. Let's hope that is it. Like I said, this is going to be probably one of the most slow segments, but that's alright, I guess. So, he'll go in that bottommost hole, I guess. There we go. So, we knocked that one out. There's another bug over on our right, I noticed. We nailed him once. Some of these bugs are easier than other ones. That one's already dead. Now, did I have one behind me? I did. Okay. Then we'll just 1, 2, perfect. And we'll probably have one to our immediate left as well. Yep, should have figured. Like I said, really don't like these things. They look gross. They're evil. I see another bug over this way, but I don't know if we'll be able to get it since I'm not able to sit directly on the eco vent, but I guess we'll see. Now, also with these platforms kind of getting in my way a little bit. Shit. Well, I'm going to wait for a better angle on that one, I guess. It's really not. It's not the end of the world that I can't get that one just yet. I guess we'll double jump and come over here. Now, how many scout flies does this give me? That's the first one of this area. Gotcha. Now, also with that, 81 power cells. We still need... I'm shooting for a couple hundred more precursor orbs. And then 1, 2, and then I think maybe they need to hit a 3rd time. Yeah. I really don't like these things. Also, they can lay eggs. Fuck it. You're getting the yellow eco treatment, bitch. I also... Yep, I hear that. I hear that. There's a scouter fly up there. Maybe knocking that one out wasn't the best idea. I don't know if they still have the sound cue whenever they're knocked out like that. That guy's moving kind of slow vertically. Let's say 3 more of these guys is kind of what we're shooting for. So there's 1. Now, wasn't there, or am I thinking of this guy all the way over there? I don't know if I'll be able to snag him from here. It's probably not looking like it. Nah, let's go. Let's go a little bit closer. And then we can bounce. Yeah, I figured it would just be a few precursor orbs. I'm really glad that I'm not collecting all the precursor orbs. They're kind of annoying. And then again, they don't lock anything. Like no cutscenes or anything are locked behind getting all the precursor orbs. So we have to blow up all these crystals in this area. Let's get over to this yellow eco vent, I guess. Then blow this guy up. Now that evidently wasn't the last one, so let me see if I can find where the last one is. Not that pole, not that one. Did I not? I guess kill this guy. Maybe I only did ding him once. And then it gives us the power cell down there. I'll probably collect that on the way out. Now, I guess we'll do this little section up here next. This will be another dark gem, and we got or dark eco crystal, as well as the scout fly, and I think that there's some heavy platforming back there. Fuck. The last time that I played this, that platforming that's back there, I do believe screwed me fairly heavily. So that is one of those things blown up. There's our scout fly. And down here is one of the dark eco crystals. I really didn't like this one whenever I played when I was younger for a couple reasons. I've never ever died to that, but I was always worried that I would, and then I also worried that it would turn the water into dark eco, which again I'm glad that it never did. Nah, this area isn't bad at all. I do expect maybe to die here once, but this place isn't so bad. It's actually kind of cool. Well, I guess yeah, I'll probably die here at least once, especially considering what my HP is. Try not to get snagged by that fella. Now, I popped, what, 3 of these dark eco crystals? I think there's 5. Okay, well, I wasn't able to grab that one before Jack needed a breath of air. Okay, so now we touch the dark eco crystal. This will give us our 4th dark eco crystal. It is dark up here. We got that. I see another scout fly. And how many is that? Up to 4. 10, 4, and that. 81 power cells. That leaves us with 20 more to collect. That isn't so bad, I guess. Daxter is still letting us know about the crystals that we can hit for light. Like, we haven't been doing it a dozen times. But I've said it before. This is a kid's game, so... and fuck, maybe back in the day it did help me to know that. Who knows? We skipped a cycle there. That was kind of nice, huh? See some more spiders coming up. I would like to get everything expected of me before dying, though, so cross your fingers we don't die to these spiders. Oh my goodness. You son of a bitch. Okay, I'll see you up there. So we actually made really good time getting back up here. It only took but like a second. Now thank God we didn't die to that, because that would have been embarrassing, huh? This puts us at 82. That's nice. I guess this takes us back down to the beginning, I'm pretty sure. And we do still have 3 more scout flies yet to get, so... I guess we can just jump off. There's nothing really to see or do here. Hopefully this isn't too annoying to get back over to where we were. We could take the yellow eco if we wanted and blow up these locked metal crates. I don't really care to. It'll be what, like 6 precursor orbs each, which 12 in total would be nice, but I don't feel like it for now. I guess, you know, I will collect these ones just while I'm up here, and if I happen to fall, I'm not trying to get all the way back up there. So we did collect all those. Maybe I should go ahead and snag that power cell while I'm down here if I can think of it. Well, let's see where I restart at. Okay, this is on the other side of that dark eco chasm. I guess let's go ahead and let me drop and see what I can see down here, because I know what to take. Well, let's get that power cell, yeah, from over this way. I also like from where we killed those bugs before, there's precursor orbs around. That makes my life a little bit easier, at least. I also like all the precursor, like, sigils all stand for, like, a letter of the English alphabet. So the writing on these precursor orbs actually say things, which is kind of cool. Same way with, like, all the arches and stuff, too. So there's a dark eco crystal. I don't think this is the last one. Well, it might be, actually. Let's see. Boom. Cool. Nice. So now... we're making better and better time by the minute. I still don't know if we're, well, okay. I don't know if we're still quite on track for the hour that I was thinking for the rest of the Let's Play. It'd be more like an hour at this point, I would think, but I don't know. I don't really like super time these things. I just think it's interesting to see how long it took me to beat certain games. I beat all these games till they're beat, I guess. That guy there you have to wait on until he runs his little drill out of gasoline or jams or whatever. So you can take a look at this thing. They're kind of unearthing a precursor robot here, so that's kind of neat. 2 power cells and some... Now, well, 2 power cells at least and some scout flies. Well, we're dead. Okay. Okay, well, at least it didn't start me too far back. I actually think that there's also a checkpoint once you actually get down to the bottom part here. I mean, this is kind of embarrassing. I bet this is like really painful to watch to somebody who really likes like Jak and Daxter. Now we take this energy and we jump up here. Perfect. Now what I use this for, pretty simple how we go about this segment. You just have to get over to the left side here with blue eco, and then you're able to get this power cell. And that is one of the 2 power cells. The other power cell, kind of annoying-ish to get, but it's whatever. I also see, well, hold up. We might be able to skip a lot of this bullshit. If I can help it, I'm going to skip a lot of bullshit. Because dude, the last time I played this, man, I was like ripping my hair out. So like, yeah, we come from that other direction. We're aiming for the top of this precursor robot. And I guess we should at least have the number of power cells. Well, I guess we do have. Well, no, we don't have 4 times 90 power cells, do we? No. Okay. Nice. They sound imposing, those drillers below me, because they're usually dead since I take the proper pathing through here usually. And once I do complete this area, I'll have to look and make sure that I have all the scout flies and stuff from this precursor robot, because I've never like skipped like this before. So want to make sure that I'm of course not missing any. Whoa, easy, Jak. Missing any scout flies. I hear we're really close to the power cell, and ta-da! I don't know. I might fall down about halfway and then whip out the goggles so that I can see. Well, I guess we probably have a pretty okay view from up here. It doesn't look like it. I'm going to go ahead and hop down. Well, hop down, I guess it's this far. This far is fine. I could also do with some yellow eco. Well, not quite how I envision that going. Let me maybe just kind of like listen around and see if I can find. Yeah, there is a scout fly location, and I think that would be the last one that we need for back here anyway. And I am going to kind of cheatsy doodle this one a little bit too, just kind of go around it, just because I don't like the precursor robot segment. It's kind of annoying to me. So this precursor robot, I like the later precursor robot. Now four times, I guess 16, and I'm thinking about going and getting those other precursor orbs, even though, you know what, we're going to gamble big. We're going to say I don't need them, and that the scout fly is also not back there. But if that is true, let's see, we've got this one coming up, so we got 2 more power cells, and then a scout fly, which will give us our last one. So I guess we're just kind of gambling big. This one here, if you hold forward and you keep firing the yellow eco, you should be fine. Emphasis on should be. No promises. Now you want to be sure to get the power cell and then grab this blue eco real quick, and then we can get out of this nasty little spider's nest that we're in. This takes us back up here. We're at 87. Kind of interesting, every time that you hit that little segment down there where Daxter screams, "Let's get out of here!" That pad, Daxter will scream, "Let's get out of here!" every time that you hit it. So I've actually got like stuck down there and had him scream, "Let's get out of here!" like a couple of times. I also hear the scout fly. So what are we gonna do then? 1, 2, and then I guess I probably will have to get back up, but how are we gonna go about that? I see that spider web is torn up. I guess we'll just get up this way over onto here. Yeah, see, and then I can do a high jump, and then I'm also doing this because I'm not sure what this last power cell is that they are not marking on my map. I've got like an idea of what I think it is, but I'm not 100% sure. Okay, easy now, Spider-Man. So we drop down. Perfect. There's the scout fly. And that'll give us this one. So I guess we'll now try to... Man, I really hope that this is the one I'm looking for, though. I think what this last one is, let's knock these spiders out and get kind of over where the entrance is. So this is the entrance, right? Good, good, good. Now I need yellow eco. So to do that, we kind of have to travel back up a little bit. And you kind of want to have like an idea in your head of like the pathing that you're going to take a little bit. It's not so precise, but you do want to kind of be on your toes. Once I actually hit the ground here, we can start rolling. And you want to make as good a time as you're able to, especially since you aren't able to do like an uppercut kind of dash. And then you want to get up here. You'll probably only get one shot. I missed it. Shit. Okay. It's right up there. I'll show you the successful attempt. Oh my goodness. Thank God. That one was getting a little bit annoying, but that's fine. I don't think I did that quite right, but there's no way you had to run that far with yellow eco, but hey, maybe you do. So was this actually the volcanic crater one I needed? So free the hidden power cell. Okay, yeah. So I'm fucking missing one somehow in the spider cave. I guess I'll be back whenever I find it. Oh, I'm an idiot. I see it up there. It's at the top of this map. Okay. Well, that's easy enough. At least it's not a very hard precursor orb. Or power cell, I'm sorry. That's probably... How many... Dude, compilation. How many times I fucked up calling it the power cells or precursor orbs in this Let's Play. Total count. Like fucking 80 times. Yeah, it's super easy. We just grab it here like this. And now we're done with this section, and if we really only need 4 times 90 precursor orbs, then we have all of like the purchasable ones and everything all done. So Spider Cave is done. All the ones that we can purchase seem like they're ready to be purchased at least, and then we can get started on the rest of the game, I do suppose. So I did say on the way back we'll go ahead and grab these precursor orbs that are on this second set of trolley carts that we can hop onto. I think if I were to die here, it would spawn me back at this side of the lava, so otherwise I would throw myself into the lava so that we could go ahead and skip over to the miners, but that's alright. Yeah, I see myself probably playing Jak 2 not too long after this game. Whoa, easy now. Not too long after this game, maybe. I just, you know, we'll have to see how long it is. I think I already talked about that. Please put me on the other side. Perfect. You know, we'll see Jak 2. Jak 3 is probably going to be a little bit because I don't know that I want to play it unless it's in OPENGOAL, so...
Oh, all right already. Here's a power cell for those orbs of yours.
Coolio, so there's the first one, and then we'll be able to chain these other 3 just right back to back to back. Whoops, not that.
Oh, all right already. Here's a power cell for those orbs of yours.
That animation that he does is a little slick. Kind of cool.
Oh, all right already. Here's a power cell for those orbs of yours.
Alrighty, so we got that, and then only one more to go. Now, the last time that we do it, I believe we have a little unique animation.
Oh, yeah, I got it this time. Here's
a power cell.
Yeah, what he said.
That's it. You cleaned us out. No more power cell.
That's funny. I like that guy is literally a bird brain. It looks like he doesn't have a brain, but he has like a bird there, so it's a bird brain. Now, before we continue on, I do just want to make triple double sure we do have all of the power cells, so we can continue on to the rest of the game. We only got 7 more to go. So this direction, yes. Because we have to go down that lava tube earlier that I ignored while we was here. Now we can't take the same shortcut, unfortunately. I don't know what their design choice was in making some of these tracks kind of accessible and other ones not, but oh well. Yeah, we'll play Jak 2 after this one, a little bit after this one. It's probably not going to be right after it. And then Jak 3 way down the line whenever I'm able to. Jak 3 is probably my favorite one. Jak 2 is like really cool and everything, but I'd say Jak 3 is my favorite.
Alright, with these additional power cells, I should be able to supply the heat shield with enough power to stand up to this lava. But the shield still has a limit. It will now withstand temperatures up to 800 degrees, but no more. So keep an eye on your gauge. I don't want to think about what those temperatures would do to your zoomer if the shield gives out.
Yeah, the heat. What? The zoomer? Hey, what about us? Don't you think we could look for a safer route to Gull Citadel?
Look, I've released more cooling balloons into the tube, so you can use them to keep the temperature down. And don't forget to activate the teleport gate in the Yellow Sage's lab. We're counting on you.
Okay, same thing as the last time I did one of these zoomer segments. I will probably die once or twice in an effort to get all of the scout flies and stuff, but that's, you know, okay. Comes with the territory, you know how that is. We do get a bonus power cell for this little endeavor because there is kind of like a little mid-mission sort of thing we have to do. So, and we don't have a reason now to be collecting precursor orbs, so I don't have any real reason to worry too much about how many that we have. Let's make this jump and then yeah, grab that power cell. I don't think we actually get a checkpoint until we get a little bit closer up here to the end. Yeah, right now we should have a checkpoint. So like I was saying, we just gotta blow this shit up. If we keep firing into the other direction of it. Yeah, is that actually all I have to do here? Okay, well, we're gonna die, so let me get these air bubbles real quick. I guess I was mistaken. I thought we got a power cell for here. Let me check the map. Nope, we just have to free 7 scout flies, of which I have 2. That's probably not awesome, huh? Well, this is what I remember the last time I played, all the way up until like the very end of this map. Well, I just died. All the way up until the very end of this map, I kept being like, I don't have enough like scout flies. I must have missed one, and then I got all the way to the end, and it was like right there. So, this is probably gonna be the same thing for here as well, if I had to guess. I guess I do need to kind of cool it a little bit on the on how fast I go. I guess it's sometimes hard for me to remember that this isn't really a race. I guess it's double, especially for here, because we aren't getting any heat, which is good. Yeah. How many scout flies? We got 3 out of 7. Again, you know, I remember fretting my little head quite a bit until I actually, got to the end of the level. So see, we just got 2 just as easy as that, and we probably have 2 more to get as we approach this segment that's a lot like before, where we have to dodge these giant dark eco canisters. So now there's the one, and then at this point I remember thinking like, yeah, I just must have missed one, and then boom, well, I know I missed this one, but there is the 7th one. So that'll get us a power cell, and then that'll be +1, and then we have to get another one from finishing this, and then 4 plus another scout fly, and we should be good. Should have all the power cells in the game. So we'll snag this power cell, and then once we land this zoomer, we can do this little cutscene type deal here with Kira. Whoops.
Hey! Where's old Short, Green, and Wrinkly?
This is terrible. Father is missing. I think Gall and Maya may have kidnapped him as well.
Relax, sweetheart. I got everything under control.
Under control? lurker armies continue to grow across the land, the sages have been kidnapped, Gaul and Maya have gathered enough eco to complete their terrible plan, and to stop them, you're going to have to fight your way through their citadel.
Yeah. That about sums it up.
You've got to rescue my father before it's too late. And Jack, be careful.
Yeah, we will be.
Pretty funny. Okay, I think we're ready to go. Now, this is Gaul and Maya Citadel, so I wonder where the yellow sage's hut is, or if he even has one, or if it was even designed or planned to be in the game. For a little while, I thought that this might be... Oh, this place is eerie.
It's about time you two decided to show up.
Nice to see you, too. Do they have you mopping the floors now?
There's no time for jokes, Daxter. Gaul and Maya kidnapped us to sap our energies to power their abominable machine. It appears they have combined the functional remains of a precursor robot with scavenged artifacts from across the land. Then they added a few diabolical additions of their own, creating the one thing capable of opening the dark eco silos. If you can free the four of us, we can use our combined powers to break the force shield surrounding the robot before they use it to destroy the world.
Okay, well that was a very weird outro camera there. Okay, one scout fly. Now this is also another place where I ended up screwing up and missing one scout fly. I do know actually which one I screwed up on though. So the way to take this place, at least in my opinion, you go clockwise and you start with this side. I think this is the yellow sage, if I'm not mistaken, but it doesn't matter. I'm pretty sure you can do this in whatever order that you would like, but you do have to do the green sage last. Now again, it's just a thing where I'm fairly certain of it. I'm not, 200%. This is kind of a like a platforming segment. You just jump on these launchers and you have to make sure that you land on the next launcher, or else you will die. It isn't so bad. I don't know that I've ever actually died here before, so if you see me die, just know that that's an experience that you and I are both sharing right now. A really personal experience, me dying in a fucking video game. So we were able to actually grab that one. Uh-oh, easy now. Okay, we're gonna have to hold up a minute so I can grab this blue eco and I can get to the other side of this rotation so that I don't die. Now, if you get over here with enough blue eco, of course you can open up that precursor vault, but we didn't manage that. And then once you break these, you actually get a short little conversation with each of the sages, so that's cool.
Who would have thought I'd live to see the day when I needed to be rescued by a boy and his muskrat? I'm gonna give Gaul and Maya a little payback for this embarrassment. Then we'll see about cooking up some muskrat stew.
Okay. Then you can see what he does is he sits there with his little, sage staff and he fires into the machine. So we need 4 of the sages to break that open. Now before you go down, because you don't want to jump the gun too soon, there's a scout fly that we have to get over this way. Oh well, this is the one I missed the last time I played, which isn't so bad. We can afford to die there because the reset for this one is actually, fairly friendly. I was talking about it earlier, but I kind of thought that this place might be like the yellow sage's well, not even a hut, because all the sages have huts, so it obviously couldn't be a hut. But this citadel used to be the yellow sage's because he's yellow, so I sort of thought that he was mechanically. Whoa, we might die. Well, you know what? Hold up. We might just skip this whole bullshit. I thought he might be more mechanically sort of inclined, but, it's just kind of something I was thinking about. But since this place is actually called Gaul and Maya Citadel, and in all the materials and stuff, that's obviously not true. But it was just something I thought was cool. I also kind of like it makes you wonder, like, what the fuck is running through these wires? There's so many wires. Just think about it. You probably have, what, like maybe 4 or 5 wires to make your computer function in its entirety. We're talking USBs. We're talking, you know, maybe if you like have a special thing hooked up to the screen, maybe you like do HDMI or something, maybe like 5 cords in total, 2 power cords, USBs and everything, maybe like a 6th one if you have like a headset in. But this place has like thousands of cords, so I wonder like what all I mean, of course it would be like being like, what does this machine do that just rotates? You know, I talked about it before earlier in this Let's Play that I obviously think too much about this game, but you know, it's just something fun, I guess. Now, I did miss that cycle there, which is fine. I just really don't want to have to restart this section because this is one of the more sort of annoying parts. We can afford to get hit if we were to get hit, but I really don't want to get whole ass knocked down. I guess we'll hop on this platform. The camera change almost got me killed there, but thankfully it didn't. I'm just thinking, I think if we grab this blue eco and then we step on these platforms, that's kind of the way to go. Now, it really isn't friendly with the kind of distance that it gives you there now, is it? This will give us a couple more precursor orbs. Again, not that I really need it. I also don't know what I'm hitting in the sky, but oh well. So that puts us at 3 out of 7 scout flies. And I think there might be a vault at the end of this. I don't know. It don't really matter because, again, I'm not collecting all of these. But I guess if I, you know, did need it for whatever reason, that's how you do it, is you have to skip a cycle or 2. Now we're up here. We got the blue sage. Shut up, blue sage. I'm here.
Good work, fellows. Old Samos was right about you. Great piles of precursor metal. That insidious mechanical creation must not be allowed to wreak its terrible havoc. I will try to actuate the shield door by eliciting a conduit of energy between myself and the vast portal below.
Yeah, you do that. We'll, just go find more help. Weirdo!
Alright, well, the blue sage is kind of weird, I guess, but he's cool. So now we got the yellow sage and the blue sage both firing at it, and that's a very peculiar angle on the blue sage, isn't it? Can I get in here? Okay, easy. Kind of my fault, but I don't know how I feel about the left arm jutted back, right arm pushed forward, but whatever. Now we just have to get the red sage and the green sage, and we also have to make sure, of course, that I have all of the scout flies, which we should be coming up. This next area, I think, is like a little bit-ish longer, so, well, yeah, okay, I got a little bit lost there. A little bit-ish longer, so... red, yellow. I kind of like that little platform segment. It's kind of unique. I don't know if it's ever been done in another video game. I'm sure it has, but I just have never seen it anywhere else. And whenever I was a little kid, I was like, this is cool. And now, kind of as an adult, I'm doing the same thing. So, okay. So we're on top. I guess I could probably make this jump, yeah. And then also I see another scout fly up ahead. So this would put me where I only have 2 more left. This segment we're going to have to be a little more careful about, but not even that careful. We just have to do what we've been doing before in my head. Make sure that we hit those just right. Now I want these out of the way so that I don't end up screwing myself later on, because as we continue down this hallway, we have to beat up these lurkers, I guess you could say. You can kind of screw yourself a little bit by collecting that yellow eco, and if I end up dying like quite a bit, or like if I die more than once, I might just skip the yellow eco if I'm able to, because I prefer the red eco. I just feel like each yellow eco you can like knock one of these guys out, but for each red eco, you know, I might knock 3 or 4 of them out. So besides, you know, now that we've switched to the red eco, they're like, we've got what 3? Nah, not even 1 is all we had left when I was asking that question. So 98 precursor or power cells, And I want to make sure we don't miss the last 2 scout flies. Now, I guess we'll pop this and grab the power cell, and then after that we can talk to the red sage. It is kind of looking like I'm maybe missing a scout fly. I'm not sure.
You've finally come to rescue. Do you know how long I've been in here? What took you so long? And what are your names?
I'm Daxter. He's Jak. He's with me.
Good job, Daxter. You're a real hero. You've got to stop Gaul from launching the robot. I'll use my eco power to help open the shield door.
Okay, so now that that's been done with, I must have missed this little cutscene last time I played because I got a little bit lost. Now let me just make sure that I'm not missing any. Yeah, I think the last 2 we need, well, cross your fingers, I hope the last 2 that we need are up where the green sage is, but I guess we'll have to see, huh? Now that should be fine. So these little platforms that I just got spawned, they're on this side. 10-4 on that. So the only thing we have left to do now is to get the green sage and the last 2 scout flies. Again, just trying not to eat it. Oh man, I almost smushed myself in there. So now we're up here, and I'm pretty sure, well, maybe not so sure. I thought one of the scout flies was like right on one of these things, but I might have been wrong about that. Let's get up here, I guess, first. And then if I'm missing a scout fly, maybe I'll take a break to go find it. Let's hop up to here. I know that one scout fly is up here for sure. I just don't think that they're both here. Well, let's start at the backmost platform. We'll get a few precursor orbs, and maybe we'll, whoa, easy now, find that power cell that I'm looking for, and free the green sage while we're up here. I might go looking for that power cell before we trigger the cutscene after this, though. So we'll just do this, save the green sage, let the cutscene play out, and then I'll go find that last scout fly.
Good work, boys. You're real heroes now. I'll combine my green eco power with the other 3 sages, and together we'll open the shield door surrounding the precursor robot.
Yeah, that sounds like a good start. And then after you guys open that shield, what are you gonna do about the robot?
Nothing, Daxter. We have to keep the shield open. It's up to you 2 to figure out how to destroy the robot.
Oh, great. I get to help the guy that turned me into a furball destroy the only person who can turn me back!
First, save the world. Then we'll try to convince Gaul to help Daxter.
You're too late, Salos. Once I possess limitless Dark Eco, I will have the key to creation itself.
This is madness! Releasing that much Dark Eco will destroy everything we know. Just look what it's done to you.
It has given us a beauty beyond anything you could understand.
Beauty? Have you 2 looked in the mirror lately?
Just wait until we open the silos, little one. You think short and fuzzy is bad.
And to think, you 2 traveled all this way for life. Fools! Enjoy your front row seats to the recreation of the world!
Jak, take the elevator up and stop that robot!
Okay, so we are going to do that. I'm missing a scout fly, so I will be back whenever we find it. Aha, I hear it. Nice, so there's the final scout fly. Now, I'll cut again once I actually get up to the back up to the platform where the green sage was. I'll be back in 1 sec. Okay, so we're back up here by the green sage, and then this is like so cool. Like one of the coolest fights and cutscenes and everything in like video game history, I think. It's just like so cool. So we get to the top of Golem Maya Citadel, and you can just like get over here and you can see, look how fucking huge and imposing that thing looks, even from all the way out here. And then it's obviously there's these dark eco silos that are all around, and it's starting with that first one to pop it open, so we have to stop it. I guess I would be remiss if I didn't talk about it. Not that you can really see it here, but if you're curious about it, you can look up videos of it. The developers, one of them and maybe more, have hidden their face out in these little hills out there, so that's kind of cool. I guess I just want to make sure that I show and talk about everything that I can here and now while I can here and now, because this is the last really like tempered sort of time we'll have to chat. So yeah, it's cool. We're getting ready to fight this big bastard. Like, even as you get closer, he gets bigger, so like it's just crazy. Such a cool little sequence here, such a cool little boss fight. So each phase incorporates a different kind of eco for the Golem Maya robot. For example, that was blue eco that it was using there. And then it's also going to use like its arm cannon here in a second, you'll see. And watch, the little silo opens a little bit. Now, that is a like a blue eco bomb, it kind of looks like. Now, we couldn't help but grab that HP. And we have to jump up in the air, because if we don't, we'll die to that bomb. It's an insta-kill, so we have to be sure to jump. Now the next phase is going to incorporate green eco, and this one is a little bit different than before. We need to grab this yellow eco, because we can't just hit these things, they'll hurt us. And we kind of just hop all around and grab the yellow eco from nearby as we do that. Well, I've ran out of yellow eco. That's okay. But yeah, it's so cool that it incorporates like dark eco with the yellow eco with precursor artifacts. It's just like, you know, kind of like imagining like in your head like what would happen if these ecos mixed. As soon as you jump in the air, it doesn't really matter where you're at up in the air, it will explode, so as long as the bomb's on your side. Also, this silo continues to open more and more and become more of a hazard. This is the hand thing I was talking about, claw. Well, not this section exactly, but so what I do is I just kind of like dodge this little segment right here, and then I start firing a lot of yellow eco at it until we blow its arm up. Now, we just have to dodge these little explodey bits until we can get over here. Then I jump up in the air, it blows up underneath of us, and the silo opens a little bit more. This next part is particularly dangerous, but it is the last section, and we have the ability to be hit at least one time. So this is what I was talking about with Claw's arm. It kind of reminds me of it. Okay, well, we don't have the ability to be hit anymore. Also, the timing is just a little bit whack on the sound effects too, so let me get in a position to move, and perfect. So he should be dead here, the robot. It's getting ready to get, like, you know, all souped up. For the final cutscene, I'm gonna cut, not this part, but like for the actual final cutscene, I'm of course gonna cut my audio as I have been, and I'm also gonna show the secret cutscene. So now they've created light eco with all these little pillars opening. So whenever all these other ecos combine, they make light eco. So cool. Daxter says that we'll save the world instead of turning him human. So these guys are so cool. But we get bombed quite a bit, and you'll notice we have the white eco up there. It spits out little white ecos, which we have to grab. So we grab that, and here's the end cutscene. Enjoy, guys.
Well, it looks like I may have been too hard on you boys. You do have what it takes to be heroes.
But Daxter, now we can't change you back.
Don't worry about me, baby. You know what they say. Big things come in small packages.
Jack, you have an incredible talent for channeling Eco. Samos, you may have been right about this one after all.
And Kira, without your help and ingenuity, none of this would have been possible. Perhaps we've found another sage now that Gaul and Maya are lost.
Yes, Gaul and Maya. The Dark Eco probably destroyed them. Probably.
Ah, who cares? Bring 'em on! We can take 'em again! Right, Jack? I said, right, Jack? Wow! Put it on ice, big guy!
Holy yakko! What could that be?
Wow! It's an ancient precursor door. It looks like it will only open if we fill all 100 holes with power cells.
We're heroes, remember? We have 100 power cells.
It's so beautiful.
By the precursors.
And that's that, everybody. That's been Jak and Daxter. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. It's always good to play one of these blasts from the past, and I'm glad that I was able to play it on a system as refined as this OPENGOAL. Yeah, again, you know, I hope I didn't play it too fast for you. I hope you was able to enjoy it as much as I enjoyed playing it. It's a real classic. We'll see Jak 2 eventually. Don't worry about that if you enjoyed this one. And that is that. I'll see you guys next week, I'm sure. Later.